Hello and welcome everyone, I am your ever-present Dungeon Master, Walkman EXE, back with another exciting session of the Legends of Stoneharbor. When last we left off, the group had finally made it to Gelkedion, the the capital for the Kingdom of Duskmoor, a kingdom that has situated itself within the Deathwalker Wilds, specifically on the borders of the Duskmoor Forest. The forest itself kind of serving as a natural barrier for the kingdom itself and providing a lot of cover for their troops who have known to stalk the Deathwalker Wilds. As the party arrived in Gelkedion, they were greeted by Evelyn, one of the leaders of the Freedom Initiative and a former compatriot of Dray who perhaps may have been something more. After a bit of a heated confrontation, Dray rallied his friends and went to go meet Evelyn because she had told him that if he wished to assist her in her fight for the soul of the Freedom Initiative, they could perform a job for her. After agreeing to the terms that she set forth, which was to purge a graveyard of some undead incursions and some strange issues they've been having in the area, the group set out to kind of do surveys, rest up, and get prepared for the evening's events. And Dray went around to a couple different Freedom Initiative bases to in the city to see what the damage was. He found many of the members ill-equipped and fresh-faced, people who had not been veterans and that had served alongside him, like many of his friends. And he additionally learned kind of the history of what had happened, that Julian and Evelyn had actually come to blows over conflicting ideologies and moral standpoints, and that had been what had led to the fracture of his once great organization. After dealing with the issue in the graveyard, a necromancer and his protege, the group settled in for another night's rest before readying themselves to head towards Brokenblade, towards where Julian's faction of the Freedom Initiative was located. Dray decided to speak with Evelyn one more time to try and convince her to come with him to unite his once tattered area, and that is when he found that the main reason that Evelyn and Julian had come to blows was that Julian had allied himself with the Black Daggers, a rogue faction serving in the Kingdom of Brokenblade, a group of assassins and mercenaries for hire who took on any job no matter how black it made their ledger. And they had allied themselves to take down the current establishment and did not seem to be doing as much for the people as they had done once before. Now we pick up where we last left off. The group has now rested, and Evelyn has agreed to accompany the party towards the Kingdom of Brokenblade. We now pick up with them at breakfast as the group is preparing to head out. You will be crossing the border into Brokenblade, arriving alongside one of the border territories. And once you are in this border territory, you all will get a chance to rest again before moving deeper into the territory to find Julian. So now, like I said, we pick up at breakfast in Gelkedion as you all are preparing to make way for the border crossing into Brokenblade. What are y'all doing?
Oh, no introductions? Walker?
Yeah, God.
Oh, I am so sorry. I got wrapped up in the recap. I am so sorry. Where are my manners? Joining me, the ever-present, ever-wonderful, lovely, magnanimous, and stupendous role players that I am blessed to be working alongside. Down the line, right. One to the other, we have Zammy playing June Providence, the fairy sorcerer.
Hello.
We have Doc playing Kyburn Vas Arat, the Harsoff cleric.
Hey.
We have veteran of many a campaign that I have run, Josh Kaposh, playing Arya Maverick, the human sorcerer.
So what you're saying is I'm ugly.
Man, I did this last time.
Moving on, we have Colin playing Dray James Payton, the Awesomear fighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna die.
And last but certainly not least, the amazing star playing Hessian Oxven Polynoot, the Elon Paladin.
If I don't die first, I'm fucking suing Timmy Turner.
Oh God.
Oh man,
sir.
taking it straight to the fictional characters. So now we pick up with you all at breakfast. It is a good morning. What are each of you doing?
All right, I have a thing I need to do.
Okay.
Okay, so I spent the night preparing a new spell I'm going to be using today. Hopefully, maybe not. We'll see what happens. So I just want to go back upstairs to just look through my stuff. And I remember I had come across a black onyx in our previous adventures that I could use as a focus for this spell.
Yes, you have a black opal that you can use as the focus for this spell. Which will
I'm just looking through my stuff if I still have it or not.
Yes. You do still have it. It was wrapped exactly where you left it last.
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
Yeah. All right.
Settling things 3 sessions in the making.
Real story arc, guys.
Great. All right. That's all.
Yeah, no, it was put back.
Oh, okay. I swear you
What
said
did
something
you
different
guys
last session.
store?
Never mind.
Goodness me.
I said I couldn't remember. Looking back through some of my files, Hessian, I believe, did put it back.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I'll make sure I mark that.
Yeah, there's the mystery spoiled everybody. Hessian put it back.
Whoa.
Yeah, so after kind of like looking over your tome and kind of like looking through where you have because we've kind of gone over like Kyburn just, you know, like for most clerics they just pray and prepare a new set of spells. How does Kyburn specifically go about like preparing his spells for the day?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe like there's a section in the back of the tome where he's dedicated to like worship of Anubis and other, you know, magical.
Okay, so kind of like. So basically, like on the, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking like on the inside cover of your prayer book, you're just like writing down your spells for the day and just like erase it each day.
Yeah. Well,
I guess it'd be more like a series of like incantations or mantras, something that's like more
whatever
religious in
works.
nature. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so you prepare your new spells of the day, and you can head downstairs. You can stay in the room, whichever is up to you.
I will join my comrades.
All right, what is everyone else doing?
God, what the frick happened the day before again?
You
A
all
lot. Quite a bit.
met Evelyn. You fought zombies, and then you came back to your hotel.
Epic. I mean, did Timmy Turner go and talk with her, and then like, oh yeah, then the speech happened, and then it's just
Yeah, and then cool stuff happened, and then Dray stayed in that hotel, and now he's joining you all for breakfast with Evelyn.
So, Evelyn, what's your history around here?
She is you know, Evelyn is enjoying her breakfast, which consists of like fresh fruit. There's not really a lot of like meat on her plate. She is just like eating what seems to be like fresh fruit. She has a glass of water, kind of a but yeah, she's got like oatmeal. She's got like an oatmeal and some fresh fruit and the water, and she just kind of like looks at you and she goes, "I serve as the representative of the indentured people, working for the Freedom Initiative to liberate those who are held in slavery and finding new places for them." So that's kind of what I do around here.
Oh, I mean, that's very noble, I guess.
She kind of cocks an eyebrow at you when you say "you guess."
Oh no!
Hessian just, sips on whatever he's drinking.
Like,
ignoring this.
I mean, what is Hessian drinking?
What is there to drink here? Is either water.
Paint a
or
word
some
picture
freaking-
for me. Tell me what you would like to be. What is
Has to be
Hessian?
drinking.
What is Hessian drinking?
Tea isn't here, right? Or is it here?
Is tea here? That is
Yes,
the question of
is
the day.
tea
Yeah,
here?
there's tea. You can have tea.
Okay, then he's drinking a nice jasmine tea, you know. Freaking maybe eating some fruit too.
All right, there we
Out
go.
here.
I'm just nibbling on some coffee beans.
You know.
Everyone's
He's reading
enjoying
his
their food
journal.
while like Arya like sinks into her chair.
I love the fact that Hessian's like eating a fruit salad and drinking a jasmine tea, and it's just like, just kind of
Yeah, he's reading
observing
some
all this
stuff in his
shit.
journal. Oh, he just sips as that just went down, you know. It's just like, ooh, nice.
What about June and Dray? What are June and Dray doing?
Sammy said
Dray's
your internet's messing up.
Dray's being extra. Dray's being like he's following along. I'm following along with everything, but I'm also kind of like very loosely spacey. I'm having crap. It's the breakfast menu of the third age of Castlevania. Oh,
So is Dray just like kind of like interacting with everybody, but kind of like looking over the breakfast menu and is just trying to figure out what the hell he wants?
kind of like he's kind of just like he's kind of stuck on the task because he's thinking a lot. So he's like
Okay.
kind of not very focused, and then
Gotcha. He's single-minded at what they're gonna have to do.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. We'll just say that June is very carefully picking the strawberries out of your fruit salad, Hessian, and just eating them. That sounds like something that June would do.
I can see it. Yes. Yeah, he's enjoying himself. I even got him a little thimble of nice, relaxing tea. No coffee allowed.
No coffee allowed.
Fucking swear to God.
It's more the fact that like June has elected not to shrink these things that has been more amusing to me.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because June has the capacity to reduce the size of those objects, but not
So he
the
has
not
a
the
nice
liquids. So it's basically just dunking themselves in whatever they're drinking. Yeah. So we get a nice little thimble of tea, eating some strawberries. You all, is there anything that any of y'all want to like talk about over breakfast or? As Arya has like receded into her chair, vanished into the chair plane.
Man, I'm
Chair
so
plane. I want to go to
chill.
the chair plane.
Having just time
I-
taking some
no,
light
not the
notes,
chair
just
plane.
not paying much mind to everyone else.
I mean, did Dray leave after?
Dray's-
after we left.
Dray's still
I know.
there. He's just kind of like still staring at the breakfast menu.
I'm not
Finally
like
ordered
freaking.
You
Wait,
finally
is he
get some
eating
tea.
something yet, or just ordering?
Not yet. He's sipping tea and staring at the breakfast menu. That's what Dray's doing.
Yeah, he's got himself a nice. What? Are you also drinking jasmine tea, or you got like a different type of tea?
Oh, what types of tea are there?
What type of tea would you like? I have left this very open ended for you.
Okay, I'll have green tea.
All right, yeah. You got some nice green tea.
Yeah.
Oh, guy
I'm
green
just-
tea.
I'm kidding.
You got some
All right.
nice like green mint tea. It's very. It's sharpening your mind.
I'm gonna need that breath for the great amount of talking I'm gonna be doing in the near future.
Oh God. Oh fuck.
Possibly.
Possibly, yes. Okay, so Dray in like a burst of like sudden energy, not like sudden energy, but he's been loosely interacting with people. But all of a sudden he drops the breakfast menu. He kind of looks up at everyone, kind of spontaneously, like he was thinking about it in his mind, but out loud it just came as a random thing, and he just looks at
No.
everyone. Well, everyone, I still cannot agreeing to go on me on all the legs of this journey. It means a lot. What is our plan for today? When do we want to leave? I would like to leave as soon as possible. It's up to you. If it's okay with you. What is your plan? Is there anything anyone? Is there any unfinished business anyone has in the town before we head off towards? Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, y'all haven't
How far they're riding.
y'all haven't really explored the town, so if y'all want to, or the city, but if y'all want to like spend some time looking around, you're open to it.
Out here.
I mean, there's
How
not really
long is
anything that
the
y'all have as
journey?
unfinished business, but if y'all want to explore it, yeah.
June asks how far you guys are riding.
Evelyn kind of looks over y'all and says, well, the area that we will be heading for is a small border town, so it would be about maybe a day's ride if we take a shortcut, about 2 days ride if we take the safe route.
Hmm.
I prefer the safe route.
Routes. We've had dangerous encounters with not so safe routes in the past. I think the safe route would be.
We took the safe
Sounds
route last
good.
time.
We did?
We did take
Actually?
the safe route last time.
Well, it depends on the.
Never
And
been
besides,
careful.
she said safer, not like safe.
Yeah.
Safer. All right. I suppose I would much like to make it to where we're going alive, so let's go on the safer route, even though it pains me.
She looks over you, Dray, and just says, Are you sure? I mean, you said you wanted to get this taken care of as soon as possible.
Do, but I also want to get there, and to get there, I don't want anything to go wrong for these next few days. I just need this all to fall into place. I'm sorry, I'm just a little hyperactive right now.
That's some fairly lousy reasoning. Before
It
just
is,
popping
no,
another
you're right.
coffee bean in his
You're right.
mouth.
Evelyn kind of like looks over at Kyburn and then looks at you, Dray, and says, I have to agree with the Harsov. Like, what? I understand, like, what you said last night, but what exactly
Actions speak
is
louder than words.
is your plan for
Hated.
dealing with this once we get there? Like, are you giving yourself more time because you still need to think it out, or like, or what? Why? Like, just if you give me a reason I can understand, I will drop it. Like, are you doing this for the safety of your team? Are you doing this because you need more time to think? I just need a reason.
I'm scared. Okay, that's it.
He's like,
I know.
reasons, damn!
Yes. I know all the things I said last night, and I meant them. I do want to do this, but the truth is, facing something that I've been running from for a seemingly eternity is easier said and easier spoken than it is done. But you're right. We should take the fastest route. With my nerves, I have a plan. I'm going to seek an audience with him. I refuse to give up on Julian. I see for sure that he is truly lost.
She nods at this and turns to the rest of y'all and just kind of says, is that amicable to you?
Well, whatever works best for.
We're just
Dray.
we're all fooling around at this point.
Kyburn simply nods.
My critic.
One
So,
second.
yeah.
Okay, June nods. Got it. I just had to check the chat logs because Zemi can't speak at the moment, so I'm just trying to like make sure that I don't pull up Discord while I'm recording this, but I also acknowledge what is happening. Okay. So as you all finish up breakfast, Evelyn brings you all like she sees that you all have a carriage, but sorry, not a carriage, a wagon. But she still like comes back with like 4 horses.
Hmm.
And basically says, so I brought some horses if you all wanted to use these instead. I don't know how many of you traditionally ride in the wagon, but I just felt that if we wanted to make a good time, it'd be best to not be cramped and put too much of a workload on this noble beast. And she kind of like gestures to Windrunner.
I keep thinking they're butterscotch.
Would tend to agree.
Who's gonna be?
Yeah,
in the
Dray,
wagon?
you should join me in the cart if that's a possibility.
Okay. Well, I suppose. Are you sure? Is there any need?
Just do it. If it's a possibility.
And if you might continue as well, if you don't mind me joining you.
Sure.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Evelyn is just like at this point looking at the 4 horses she brought and just kind of feeling sheepish because everyone's hopping on the wagon again.
Sorry.
She's like, I'll just, you know what? I'll just take a horse.
Damn, Dread better just take command of the situation, you know?
Are you sure?
Okay.
She's like, I again don't want to put too much of a strain on, you know, your horse, your steed.
Windrunner, right?
Yeah,
I
she
can't.
gestures to the horse, Windrunner.
I will do the same. And I want a horse. Gimme.
There are 4 horses to choose from.
Epic.
Cool.
Is there a certain description, or can I just make it
Yeah, no,
whatever I
absolutely.
say?
I've got descriptions for these.
Hell yeah.
So there is one horse that is kind of, I don't know horse breed, so this is gonna be a little hard for me. Looks more like a kind of like a mountain horse, one that's traditionally used for pulling carts or farm equipment, or you would traditionally see like in a rocky terrain environment. They have stone gray fur with white spots along their legs, and a white diamond on the bridge of their nose. The next horse is kind of looks more like a running horse. There are actually 2 of them that look like that. They look like almost identical, but that you can, upon like inspecting them, you notice like slight differences between the 2. They both are light brown fur with white fur kind of around their like haunches. But the one thing that distinguishes them is one of them has a kind of like white tuft of hair right before his mane, and the other one has a black tuft of hair right before his mane. And the last horse is this black horse. Looks also kind of like a draft horse, but has less furry legs, I guess is the best way to describe it. Has a completely dark mane with white speckles kind of like across his sides, and that seems to be the only other flare of color on him.
I like that one.
All right.
What's his name?
I mean, do you talk to animals?
No, wait, what?
Can you speak with animals?
No, I'm gonna ask Evelyn, unless that's her name, right? Evelyn.
Yeah, you can ask Evelyn.
Yeah. Do these horses have names like this one right here?
No, I just bought them.
I'll gladly name them if you want.
Sure.
Except for, the ones that aren't going to be used, apparently.
She's like,
Shoot them up after him.
she just is kind of like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'll have to like take them over to the initiative. But yeah, I mean, whichever one you want.
Transportation's important.
Epic. Oh wait, we going now or what? I completely forgot.
Dray, I have made a discovery that makes it plausible you can ride on a horse. Don't worry about it. I'll ride in the cart.
Oh, do you insist? You just want to ride on a horse like everyone's
No,
making-
it's fine. I'm good. I plan set. Get in the
Okay.
wagon.
All right, so
I like.
So I'm in the wagon with Arya.
Arya and Qyburn are in the wagon, and June is in June's traditional seat.
Mm-hmm.
So now Dray and Hessian, pick your horses.
I
Ooh,
get on the
is the
black
white
horse.
is the white diamond one still available?
The one that's kind of like a more mountaineering horse, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Then Evelyn picks the horse that has a black tuft of hair on its head, but is otherwise brown running horse. And she sends the other horse off with a member of the Freedom Initiative. And you all begin to make your way across.
Hey.
Oh.
And feel free to name your horses at your leisure, because I am not going to do that.
Alright, I need to think of something.
Oh.
On that note, I have a map for the occasion.
Oh, so much yay.
We're gonna die.
For those of you who haven't been able to see this, here is actually the map of this continent that we
Whoa.
decided to make.
Oh my
Much yay.
Correction, that I spent more time than I should have on.
This is okay.
We got the stuff to the south that doesn't matter at this moment until later. And then we got the stuff here. Well, I'm just saying, like, y'all haven't been like, hey, let's go down south to the desert.
Yeah, let's just leave Dray. Just ditch this
Yeah,
whole
we gotta
thing.
wait for.
I mean, if you want to, you can. No one.
kinda sick
Qyburn
of it.
just looks at Dray and Evelyn. It's just like, later, losers, and kick
I look
flips out
long
of
and
there.
Kyber
Later,
looks
motherfuckers.
longingly into the distance.
Trees are gonna eat us.
Does like he does a kick flip and Ollie's out of there.
Fucking
I was born to
Jesus
ride
so
solo.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So the main reason I pulled this map up is just because, for some, it kind of reminded me of like old Nintendo 64, like I don't know, like 8 or 16-bit games where you just like have this large world map and you go over a circle and then an encounter happens and then just
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know.
Like OG Baldur's Gate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like OG
love
Baldur's Gate or like Donkey Kong Country 64. Like
Thanks so
good
much.
stuff.
Yeah.
So Walker,
Yes.
on our journey, I would like to cast message to Dray.
Oh, man.
I totally forgot about.
Counterspell.
You have that.
Not that anyone here actually knows counterspell.
I suppose.
Because for some reason all the people who got third level spells didn't take it.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you cast message. What's the stipulation on that? Like
Like a small copper wire.
well no, I know the material components. I'm just saying like what is like the limitation of
excuse
it.
It is 120 feet, one action. Its duration is a round. You point a finger at the target, and only the target hears a message and can reply in whisper that only you can hear.
Oh, cool. And it doesn't have a word limit like some spells we know. Yeah, so send your message.
Your message.
Dray, I was just wondering, what's your history with her?
His like eyes kind of shoot open.
You can respond in your mind.
Yeah, but Arya didn't let him know that. So, Dray, you just hear a message in Arya's voice in your head.
I kind of look back for a brief second. I'm like,
Send another one. Dray, you can answer back. It's not.
What?
It's not like a.
what? Oh.
I
Not out loud. Not out loud.
Dray, are you
Not out loud.
okay?
Not out loud.
He like thinks of a message to say, and he's like,
Actually, from what I can
Hear
see,
me.
like you don't have to think it. You actually do have to speak it.
oh, okay.
You
Never
just
mind.
speak it in a whisper.
Whisper the message.
How? Why? What? Why do you want to know?
Well, it gets very awkward whenever you guys are together. At least it seemed that way. Recently it changed. I don't know what happened. I mean, go you. But Curiosity killed the cat, I guess.
Mm.
Can I roll to hear if I hear Arya whispering?
Is she whispering
I
or is she
mean,
thinking this?
she had the stipulation on messages that you have to whisper.
Okay, so no. Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
So, I mean, you might be able to hear her whispering, but you won't be able to hear Dray's responses.
No.
Mm.
I wouldn't be paying attention anyway.
We've had a long chaptered history, a close one, personal. I know what else to say.
Well, like, was it romantic? Like, you can't be a long chaptered history that was personal could mean a lot of things.
Arya just starts shouting in the cart.
Will you love
things?
Oh!
Birds and the bees? The juicy stuff. Okay, well,
Come on, Dray, share the deets.
Where are
We-
the positions? Evelyn in between us? Just asking.
For your riding positions, we actually never determined a marching order, so let's go ahead and set that up now while
We
this
should.
conversation is going on.
yeah, let's forget
what's-
about this conversation.
What's the marching order?
Yeah.
Like, who's in front?
The wagon's in the
I
back,
think
guys.
I thought
I mean-
the horses
Who
were
wants to be in front?
Alright.
Who wants to be in front?
Who wants to be in front?
I don't... I'm having a stroke. How does this go?
You say, okay. First off, who's in front?
Who wants to be in front?
No, I'm not asking who wants to. I'm saying who is in front.
I don't know.
Hey,
If no one volunteers, I'm going to start picking someone.
hey, I said Dray.
Okay, I couldn't hear you because you kept cutting out.
Oh,
I can go in front with Dray if
Okay.
we're like on the horses in front of the wagon.
Is that what you
I
want to
move my
do?
thing. Sure.
Okay, Dray and Hessian are in front. Who's
Okay.
next in the marching order?
I think the rest of us are just in the wagon at the back.
And then Evelyn.
Okay,
Evelyn.
so we're just gonna put y'all in the wagon at the back. Evelyn's gonna be here because this is gonna take. Here, we're just gonna. There's no
I was
easy
just gonna
way to
do
like.
this.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna hit there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can I
there's a straight line between Dray and Arya for communication.
Is that how it works?
Bros, chilling via message, 5 feet apart. 'Cause you're not gay.
So,
Shut the fuck up.
details, if possible, you know.
right. Well,
Arya apparently starts
Yes,
making
we
weird
were.
noises when she sends message.
Tails. Only everyone at TMZ talked like that. I actually watch it. Well, I suppose we were romantic. Yes, we were in love. I don't know what the case is anymore, but that's how it used to be. I still don't see why this is relevant.
I was curious. It was no specific, like, oh no, I'm gonna destroy the world or anything. I was just wondering.
Then, well, now you know. Just don't tell the others.
Do I see Dray like acting weird or something?
Okay, I put.
I mean, okay, sorry, hold on. Hessian, what?
Did I see Dray like acting weird? At first when he got
Dray's
messaged.
been acting weird ever since.
Dray's been acting weird ever since like him and Evelyn like made contact. So
I know.
Oh,
this isn't
yikes.
really out of the ordinary for Dray at this point.
At some point, I might want to talk to you on your journey. On our journey, Dray. Just saying. If you need bro time.
You're not the
If
only
If
one.
you need to bro down, like clash, do a brawl, like we're just gonna throw fists, whatever you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, like scoot my cloak. My cloak help. And so we start. I scoot my horse closer. Lest we we're going off. Like Dray, if you need to like talk anything, like, because things don't seem very 100%. We got you.
I
No
don't
accent.
know. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. Well. Need anything? We're here. And he scoots his horse away.
And nods
Yikes.
while looking in the distance. He doesn't. He like sideways nods at you.
Mm.
Okay, Does anyone else want to have conversations on the road?
Dray, please not with Dray.
I'm sorry?
Pardon?
I said please not with Dray. It's been enough.
So, Evelyn, darling.
Oh.
Oh, I was considering. Oh, I was considering it so hard.
Okay, so is Hessian actually falling back to talk with Evelyn?
Yeah, it's just a real quick thing. I'll make it quick as I
All right.
fall back a bit. I'm gonna lean back in your DM.
Hey, yo, girl, paladin to paladin, how you doing?
How you doing?
Like looks back.
Oh man, I really was hoping you were gonna be Dre's wingman.
So, yeah,
She
he leans
just,
back,
like- Looks at Hessian, she goes, I'm doing fine.
yeah,
Just kind of
yeah,
focused on
hold
the mission here.
Alright, yeah. Real quick, I just wanted to quickly mention apologies for, well, first of all, whatever just happened at that freaking table with Arya. But mainly, and like, after, no, his voice will be quiet, so, And then apologies for, Kyber's sudden outbursts and such. No, my dog's doing a thing!
She's like, I don't have any issues with your companions. I just, I have my own things I'm trying to accomplish here, and I know that Dray's at least here for the initiative, but I don't really know any of you or your motivations to help Dray, so I trust that he trusts you, but I don't know you people.
I mean, yeah, we just met. When did we meet again? Like yesterday?
Pretty much,
Was it?
yeah.
Yeah, we did
Like a
just meet
day
yesterday
ago.
and all. But I do hope we, at the very least, become, if not just employees of this whole thing, then, more of a group kind of thing. Because what's going on here, or whatever's going on with Dray, I'm sure he'll fix it. Yeah, that's a sentence.
If you say so.
Mhm.
Much.
And if you need anything, call me. I'm kidding. And if you need to talk anything, obviously, well, with these new people, fuck, I just hit something cool. With these new people, just saying, especially for causing issues.
Still those wide eyes staring at your conversation.
She looks at you and she goes, "Thank you, Master Hessian. I will keep that in mind."
Well, best be on our way. Go! I'm kidding. And he just goes back up.
Does anyone else have any ride-along conversations they want to have?
Arya.
One after.
Do you know why the queen is the strongest piece on the chessboard?
Oh, are you asking me this?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess it can move the most. It does what everything else can, I guess, right?
Never mind. Wrong answer.
No, don't do that. What's
I
the
don't
right
mean
answer?
As in the context of the game. I mean as in life. As a metaphor for life. Why is the queen the strongest piece?
I'm not sure. Is there a specific answer you're looking for?
Not necessarily many different answers one could come up. It could be because they're in a prime spot for manipulation. If there's an ignorant king, then one with the wits could manipulate such a man.
Is that yours?
I am not sure yet, but I hope to find out someday.
Let me know how that goes.
And I'm back to the drawing board.
All right.
Oh my god, okay, alright. Dray wants to scooch back. Let's make it like a few.
You kind of cut out there a bit for me. I
There's
didn't
this
quite
like
catch that.
just
It might be my connection though. My connection might be lagging something fierce. 1 second. Okay. So my connection seems to be fine. Colin, can you please repeat?
just after the
Wait, is the video gone? Dong?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
video.
Okay, there it goes.
Excuse me. Hey there. Hey,
Me and
big
Jay are
fella.
just fucking having a combo.
Sorry, everything seems to be like falling apart on my end. So you and Evelyn, you chatting? Okay, what's up?
Okay. Alright. I need to clarify something. Girl. Is this the city? This is the city that I wrote about, right? Home city.
What?
It's the city where the entire backstory takes place. Correct. The overlay, anyway.
Okay,
No.
so Brokenblade is the kingdom at large in which your backstory takes place. The specific city has not been mentioned yet. No.
Okay, cool. All right. So, anyway, kind of Dray just kind of like thinks of things to say, and then he's like, "Are you ready for this?"
As prepared as one can be.
As am I, as you could tell from earlier. My companions are making good companions.
Yes. They all seem unique.
They are a unique bunch.
But it's good you surround yourself with a lot of conflicting ideas. People who challenge you.
And it always is the best way to the team of any kind.
Indeed.
I just remembered the sometimes between missions when we would be in the same spot for days at a time, and we would just spend the nights after the planning was done at a high point in whatever city we were in, staring up at the stars and talking and
And what?
enjoying life, I guess. Sort of embarrassed look to himself.
Well, that was more just because you did trail off there, so she kind of chimed in. Anyway, she goes, yes, I mean, it wasn't a privileged life, but it was ours.
But those are good memories.
And there's still a lot of life left to live.
And he kind of like Dray anyway lets the silence, like, he doesn't really move to say anything else, but he doesn't move back to his original position either. He just kind of stays.
She lets you keep pace with her.
Possessive much? God, no, I'm kidding.
Look, she's a strong, independent woman, and if she wanted to, like, dash off and hang out with Hessian, she would do that.
Would do that.
No, I'm kidding. But
Maybe later, if Dray pisses her off, she'll hang out with Hessian.
The second time. Oh god.
Yeah, the second time he fucks up, she'll be like, hey, Hessian. So how about them rebounds, though?
I am no one rebound. Excuse you, madam.
Excuse you, madam, I am no one's silver medal. Hessian storms off. But for real, though, if you want to come back and DM me, call me. Just fan this into the night.
Do you think Kyron would either be a really good wingman or like a terrible one?
I think
None of you have given
Did you
Kyburn the
see how I
chance.
just brought up Colin and Dray to like Evelyn.
No one's given Kyburn the chance to be a wingman.
Kyron isn't the person that I would go to for advice.
Ow.
He wouldn't be the first person.
Why is that now? I have experience. What are you talking about?
Because you're just so distant, and Dre's not a distant person.
I'm only distant because you're not talking to me.
Oh,
Daniel.
who
Alright.
got him? On that note, I do need everyone to start rolling me perception checks.
Oh God, here we go.
Here it is. Mom, we've all
Me
been
and
waiting
June had a
for.
small message
It
conversation.
go
in the
1
chat.
hour.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I know, I
have
saw
the
it.
lowest
Like,
rolls for
why
Walker
not?
session, and I love it.
What?
We always have the worst rolls for this session, and I love it.
Dre
God
kind of
damn
looks.
it.
Dre kind of looks back up at Hessian after the conversation, like just stares at him for a second.
He just looks back, nods,
I'm
gives
too
you that
invested
nice
in
friendly
my
smile of
research.
his. What am I rolling?
Perception. All you
Yeah,
roll
no,
is
no,
Zayman
no.
needs,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Zayman needs you to roll for her.
Ah.
Oh, Zammy needs me to roll for her?
Oh God, that's disgusting.
Alright. I guess.
Yes, I will.
Gosh.
The chat we just had in the thing is canon, right, Walker?
What?
Well, no,
Wild
I mean,
freaking-
yeah, in your head canon.
I'd say it's canon.
Head canon.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever
The
you write in your
head
fan fiction is.
Wait,
How
Exactly.
dare you?
Dre gives you the
Well,
stink
I
eye.
already forgot his
Stink
name.
eye.
Alright.
How dare you? June and me are just having a bro moment, then you're over there trying to get all lovey-dovey with your
Sin.
My sleeping dogs lie. Mr. Peyton. Jeez, so do we see the Deathstalkers?
Oh, hold on. I'm
Oh god.
checking the. I'm
The
trying to
fuck's
find.
it?
It's been a while since I actually accessed this thing, so I actually have to try
Hi.
and find
no.
this damn thing's stat block.
Take your time.
Oh.
The Knights of Rain.
Oh my God.
No.
Rono's pet dire
Okay, so 20 knights in flat plate armor.
We're gonna face them.
Yeah, I forgot to mention they're not just bugbear knights. They also happen to be interdimensional, traveling. You know, lightning
Brack-
resistant bugbear knights
Yeah, maybe
that
Braxton,
survived the reign of Kaposh, and
meteor, a
I
star.
blinked out
yeah,
and that's
I
what
don't know
hear.
where this is going.
Oh my God, guys, it's the Knights of Ren.
Oh my God.
Thank God they only show up for 5 seconds and leave.
I'm gonna. Ooh, why is
Wait,
the
are you
pit-
spoiling Mandalorian for me?
Not what? Oh my
Yes,
God.
she-
Isn't that like a prequel?
A prequel. It's a sequel. Well,
It's not.
kind it's kind of both.
It's a Star Wars.
It's a Star Wars. That's there we go.
It's
Star
a
Wars.
Star Wars.
That's kind of what it's become. I need to see that show.
Oh,
Oh.
finally! I found the stupid stat block. Stupid
You
freaking.
didn't have it bookmarked
I
in a
hate this
folder
thing.
on your bookmark tab.
No, I have a monster manual that is a
Ugh.
physical paper book.
Ugh.
Oh
Ugh.
God, you monster.
Disgusting.
Well, it's more the fact that like for some reason it's all alphabetical and they don't have like a glossary.
You
of,
don't use
like,
sticky
subspecies.
notes to mark them with tabs?
Oh my
No, I don't because I only open this thing once every month.
Ah.
Hmm.
Okay. On that note, What?
Chiron is mauled alive by wolves. Perfect.
Excuse you.
A
Hessian,
white
fucking-
changeling comes in at the last second and saves the day.
Oh, you fucking.
everybody notices it
Except for June.
Wow.
because it
And
has a
probably
minus
did.
1 to stealth.
Oh my god.
As you all are proceeding across the highways, a couple hours pass with you all having these dialogues until you all arrive at kind of a clearing in the Deathwalker Wilds. And I'll put you all in your marching order in just a moment. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. With Hessian up here, y'all back here, Dray and Evelyn here. Bam.
I'm in the because I'm a G.
in the forest.
As you all kind of approach, you all hear this kind of like rumbling boom. As this creature kind of lumbers through the forest. Since you all rolled perception checks to notice it, I need you all to roll me stealth checks to see if you can avoid its gaze, as it is going to...
Fuck my dick!
A good thing.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
That's a good thing.
That is one big
Fuck
boy.
me. Can I be
This is
blind?
why I hate playing a self-righteous character, because I can't just hide while you guys get...
No, and the best part about this is I think... Oh, shit. I think only Kyburn is the only one who's not wearing armor that gives him disadvantage on stealth outside of the sorcerers. No, he's still got his scale mail.
Still got the scale mail? No.
Great.
I can't wear the plate mail.
Not yet. And still has the chainmail, and I think Dray still has the chainmail.
God damn it.
You guys are okay. We're okay.
Yeah. So that's Dray succeeds, Kyburn succeeds, Hessian fails, Arya fails.
Oh.
Does June fail? Oh wait.
We're about to find out.
Dun-dun-dun. He's a fairy. He can just hide in his horse's mane. Wait a minute.
You're so tiny.
Okay. See, I told you. Jesus.
Oh, and I have to roll for Evelyn. I forgot.
Don't forget about Evelyn, my...
She just
person.
falls off of her
Well,
horse.
I rolled for I rolled for perception, but I forgot to roll for friggin' stealth. Okay. Cut me some slack.
Oh, no.
And Evelyn
No, I really-
fails. So
I really can't hide.
Are those acorns on the ground?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Sorry, I had to roll it a second time because I just now saw that where it gets advantage on perception. I just wanted to see, and it actually rolled lower the second time. So, yeah, we're just gonna go with the first one, which was an 11. So, Evelyn fails, Arya fails, and Hessian fails. Whereas
okay.
June, Dray, and Kyburn, you are all hidden. As you see this large, hulking, two-headed creature with war paint across its faces, this long, like, mottled beards and kind of matted hair with these two huge tusks protruding from each maw, as it kind of stumbles and thuds its way through the forest, kind of like... as it locks eyes with Hessian. The first thing you notice, Hessian, is that the head on the left is staring right at you, whereas the head on the right is...
Oh, this thing has two heads. Okay.
The second head is asleep.
Pardon.
And now, I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Great.
God.
Quick question. Does this count as a humanoid that could be held personed?
What am I doing again?
That is an excellent question,
That-
because... You know what, let me check on hold person real quick.
Alright.
Oh, I always have such garbage rolls in this.
Hold person's
this
the third
freaking
level,
session
right?
cursed.
Second.
Second level, okay.
I always get the top initiative. I hate this.
Fuck you say to me?
That's right.
Listen, babe. Sorry, I stole your girl.
Listen.
Hey, man. You...
Evelyn doesn't need to be with someone. If she doesn't like you, she's not going to be with you.
I am
Of course, you're an
uncertain,
independent woman.
Oh, that's a bad
because
thing.
technically it qualifies as a giant, but giants can be humanoids.
So it does count.
I will say, let me... Oh, hold Okay, cool.
Ooh.
So the monster manual actually specifies which things are humanoid and which are not. This does not have the humanoid tag by it, so it would not classify as a humanoid, no.
All right, thank you.
Apparently humanoid is something of, like, around medium size.
Okay, that makes sense.
So this would be kind of like hold monster.
All right.
Would be a spell that would work on this.
Oh, yeah. So Zammy needs you to roll for your initiative.
Nope, I was already gonna do that. I just have to roll for her and then roll for Evelyn.
Wild.
Wild!
Wow, bro.
Whoa, radical.
All right.
I finally get to experience my new abilities.
I will fucking beat the living shit out of you. You're not allowed to. Get the fuck out from behind me. Don't even
Fireball.
make me inky. No, stop. You're gonna make me inky.
Braxton like appears at the last moment. He's like just dimension traveling.
Why?
As Braxton continues to blink between dimensions, he's like, hey, what's the... Oh, okay, bye.
Oh.
And just
Bye.
leaves. Because he is not about this game.
Nah.
He's
Different game.
He's like, oof, nah.
Trade secret. Braxton hates D&D.
Braxton probably does hate D&D. It's kind of screwed him over.
He's like, why would you pretend to be something you're not? How dare you? Oof. Not great.
Finally! I'm above them! Fuck! Alright.
Not by very much.
Hey, it's still something. Fucking Jew, you show off. Love you though. Slay, honey.
I just look
Please
at
don't
Arya.
fireball me.
We're above her. We're above it.
Y'all some fucking bottoms though, so get the fuck
Yeah.
out.
That's my Evelyn, an overachiever.
Time to
Your
roll for the
Evelyn,
monster.
Brett.
Your
Goodness.
Evelyn.
That was not Dray talking. Drew would never say that.
Oh, so Colin, you're the misogynist.
Yes, you got it right.
Okay, so... That's fun. I am
nice.
assuming, though, that while it rolled higher, yeah, Evelyn does have the higher dexterity mod, so technically she would go
Go.
first.
Great. Meat shield. Perfect.
Hey, hey.
How far away is this thing from y'all?
I don't know.
That's a ways. It's gonna
That's
need
good
to
weight.
get. She's gonna have to get into
What is this?
range of that thing.
Those some fat trees.
She wants to even do anything. She's going to get into range. Yeah, she's going to get into range.
No.
So she is going to move 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because she can't really, like, do him a hurt without lobbing a weapon, she's going to, lob a weapon.
Epic. She got this. She got muscles. Here we go.
Yeah, what you said. I can't translate.
You're welcome. It takes years to speak Star.
Yeah, so technically this can't even be used versatile. She's gonna have to use this one hand. Yeah, this is gonna have to one hand to throw it. As she yeets the spear, and it hits, dealing 10 points of piercing damage as it lodges itself in the creature's shoulder, and it kind of like looks down at this like essentially toothpick sticking out of its shoulder and just goes. And she just draws her long sword and stands there waiting for it to get into range. And now it is the monster's turn. Let's see.
Ooh.
5. Whoa.
Just crushes her with a
5,
boulder.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Mm.
And you know what, Star? That's an excellent idea.
Oh, no, please, I was kidding.
What? What'd you say?
As it reaches down and picks up a very large rock
Oh.
and throws it.
Oh no.
Braxton.
Don't worry, guys.
I'm
It'll
just
go
kidding.
past her and hit me. Oh.
I'm just kidding. This dice roll was actually, like, not even effectual because this would be a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
The dice roll is just for me to determine which square it's going to land in.
Out of here.
So, Dray, June,
Oh my god, this is
I
a
need you to
Braxton
make
roll.
dexterity saving throws.
This is a
I'm
Braxton roll. I knew it.
not June and Dray. I'm having a stroke.
And yes, I know I'll have to roll for June.
June,
Oh,
if you die, I'll kill you.
Dude, no.
Not
She slaps
great.
him. Ooh.
But who does that apply to?
Well, considering I have to weigh this against the monster's strength,
Oh.
that is a... Let's see, it is that challenge
Maybe you
rating.
could just hit Arya instead. Like, just an idea.
So that'd
Dude,
be...
maybe you could just hit Hessian. We hate competition. I mean.
Dray takes half damage and June takes full damage as the boulder smashes into the ground and sends shrapnel everywhere, damaging the cart, taking out one of its wheels and one of the spokes.
God.
Windrunner is able to get out of the blast radius, kind of like running, but as he takes off running, as this sudden explosion spooked him, June gets knocked off and gets caught in some of the debris, taking... Let's see here...
Not the tiny one.
There we go.
200 points of damage. Ooh.
Compare it to... Cool. Neat. So that is... Finding stuff. There we go.
Oh god. Freaking him out.
24
down.
points of damage.
Oh.
Dray, you take 12.
Look at you again.
So yeah, June takes 24 points of damage and Dray takes 12.
He's so tiny, though. He's so
The tiny
Yeah, well, he
baby.
didn't get, like, direct hit with the boulder. He just kind of, like,
Yeah, he would
got
be
kicked off it.
I mean, yeah.
He got
Yeah,
kicked
man.
off his horse and then got caught in, like, tiny shrapnel pieces.
Oh.
And got knocked around
That's-
because he's a small boy.
That's adorably sad. That's just not. That's not just sad.
Oh.
That's just adorably
Oh,
sad.
yeah.
And on that note, oh my god, it gets multi-attack!
What? What?
Hell
No.
yeah.
Oh, wait, but it's only with its melee weapons. Never mind.
Damn.
Coaster.
You
Damn.
scared me.
On that
Fair.
note, Dray, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Well, all the things I can do. All right. Good.
I could hit him. I could hit him again.
You could slap
A
him.
third time. All right. Well. I'll use my movement to move up next to Evelyn.
So
Not in the
that's
tree.
20 feet. Got it.
Why do I keep moving in the tree? Wait. Okay. I'm just gonna stay in the tree. Not in the tree, but I'm near the tree. All right. And I'm going to use my short bow. I have light crossbow. That's what I meant.
All right.
Fire.
It hits
Hey.
for 5 points of piercing damage as you essentially stick him with another toothpick. As you
So accomplished.
wind back the crossbow, take aim, and it strikes him, hitting the sleeping one kind of like in the mouth. But it just kind of like it just kind of like not even phased by it. That
Sure.
was your movement and your action. Is there anything you can do as a bonus action?
Just make the more toothpicks. Can I do another shot?
Let's check that actually because I have to see something about the thing you just got. Here we go. Yes, because extra attack does not apply to melee attacks.
Wow.
So you could bonus action reload and fire again.
Alrighty, let's do that. Alright.
Because I'm not that person who's like, yeah, it takes an action to reload. Because where's the fun in that?
Crush phone.
Wait, so Windrunner just fucking yeeted? Damn.
We're in trouble now.
Windrunner was the only one that could defeat
We
this
have to
beast.
double up on horses, guys.
Okay. So it takes another 8 points of damage this time as you strike it kind of in the chest. It just kind of like the awake head looks down at this little bolt that's just sticking out of it. And it's just like, and just stares daggers at you, Dray.
I feel accomplished.
Arya, it's your turn.
Do I see? Do I see him? Do I have like a good view?
It is slightly impeded, so the best vantage point would be kind of like in and around this area, kind of like where around Hessian is.
I'll go right here,
It's weird.
All right.
and I would like to cast Fireball.
Oh, God, that's
Okay.
the last time.
Oh, sorry.
What is the save DC?
It is going to be 15. Cast.
Okay.
Dun.
So it did save, so it will take half of that. So it takes 16 points of damage.
Okay.
As you launch your fireball at it, it takes 16 points of damage as it kind of stumbles back and just as parts of its beard are on fire and parts of like the fur and like animal pelts that it is wearing is like clothing is like on fire.
Okay. In that case, I will use the rest of my movement to step behind Hessian.
Oh god,
Shield.
I know I look like a shield, but this isn't a good idea.
All right, is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Kyburn, it's your turn.
I kind of lazily plop out of the cart and kind of see the giant or whatever.
Lazily
And
pop out of the broken cart.
Yeah. And I'll cast command.
Okay, is it within range?
What?
Yeah, the range is 6. Oh no, it's not. Actually, I'm reading something else. Excuse
I
me.
was gonna say 65
Yeah,
feet.
I'll cast. Damn it, my plans are ruined.
You can move closer.
I could, but that would be a lot of effort. So yeah,
No, honey.
yeah. Here we go. So I'll move up here. I'll move up to here,
Okay.
and then I'll move up. I'll move up to here. No, I
No,
was.
that's right.
You know what? No, I'll just hold up. Sorry, spells ranges are annoying. You know what? Screw it. I'll just cast slow.
All right. Is it within range of slow?
Definitely 120 feet.
Oh, dope. Okay, yeah, you can cast slow on him.
Alright.
It's like a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. DC 14.
Oof.
Wish you did that before I casted Fireball.
Well.
So that is an 18. He is not affected by your spell.
Great. I, kind of, move from the broken cart, make sure my tome's alright, put it back in my bag, and I'll end my turn.
All right. It is now Hessian's turn.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. I'd like to move away from this thing first of all. Let's see here.
You can move up to 30 feet.
Ooh, do I want to put myself there? Can I move right here in front of fucking?
In front of Evelyn, yes.
I could probably stand on this bush. Excuse me, darling. And then, what is the range here?
40 feet, yeah.
Oh wait, what's the freaking range in this spell? I sent you the spell I put in, right? Or did you see it?
Yes, I did. Let me check real quick.
I don't know if I put this in right, but like.
Let me check. Here we go. Nope, those are all cantrips. I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Range is up to 60 feet. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'ma do it. Do I roll it?
I mean, you can. Like you said, I don't know if you put it in right, so.
Shit, dog.
No, well, I'll check it. Shit. Give me like 5 seconds.
Dog.
I got like 3 screens up, my man.
I don't know how
God.
to do this shit. I forgot.
This like bro talk just got really intense.
Hey,
What do you mean?
Click,
Man, come on, man.
Bruh,
bro. Like, come on, just click, just do it, just show it,
freaking do it,
just
bruh.
show it, just show us how wrong you were. God, just like,
Man.
just do it.
Like, bruh. I'm here.
Like, dude, like, just
Like, dude, like, get
just
it,
roll it.
It's
Bond?
actually pretty good. It's for the most part pretty solid. Just gotta change a few things here, and it'll be good to cast in a couple seconds.
Uh-huh.
You did a great job, Star.
Oh, thank you. Give me my beer. Wiggle.
All right, yeah, you can go ahead and roll it.
Did it work?
Yes. So yeah, Hessian casts command at the creature. What is your command while I roll my saving throw?
Yeah, I
14.
think.
Hers is 14 also.
Cool.
Ah, shit. Or was it kneel to make it prone? Or.
There's
Grovel.
yeah, grovel would be make it fall prone and then ends its turn.
Yeah, grovel if it works.
Let's see here.
E.
Okay. We'll see what it does on its next turn.
Sweating balls. Well, that's a stroke.
June, it is your turn.
June, slightly dying.
Oh, cool. Spiritual
Damn.
weapon, heal myself with a potion and fireball. So
No, please.
downside. If you cast spiritual weapon, you won't be able to heal yourself with a potion. Because both of those require a bonus action.
You could drink a potion with your action, right?
I mean, if you want to spend an action, that's
Double the
gonna.
bonus action.
Okay, that doesn't tell me a lot, Zammy. Like, are you holding your entire turn? Like, what are you doing? Okay. Typing furiously. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. You can use your action to cast Fireball. If you heal yourself with a potion, you can't cast Spiritual Weapon. If you cast Spiritual Weapon, you can't drink a potion. So you have to choose one or the other to use as your bonus action, and then your action would be Fireball.
You hit Hessian.
And then you would still have
tables
your
are turned.
movement. Hessian, you don't have to worry about it. Fireball doesn't work that way.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so you're using a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon, then casting Fireball. Got it. We're going to do that.
Oh.
Bonus action, Spiritual Weapon. Range is 60 feet. So you will have to move closer to it in order to cast. Let's see here. Not too much closer, actually. Like, you just have to move, like... Oh, no, it's within range. Never mind. I'm dumb. So yeah, you cast Spiritual Weapon. Let me do that. Spiritual Weapon, shabam. And you hit it for 5 points of damage as your Spiritual Weapon materializes. Rolling percentile dice determine the appearance. As a glittering golden sword appears and strikes it, cleaving off one of its toes, the tiny one. So it gets the pinky toe on one of the sides.
Jesus.
And it is rightfully upset, and as it's kind of like it just like looks at you, and then you watch as June casts a similar spell that you just saw Arya cast. As energy begins to kind of like crackle over June's fingers, and June casts Fireball. And I'm gonna have to roll the monster's dexterity saving throw, and it needs to beat. Yeah, it probably didn't, but we'll find out. It needs to beat a 14. It did not. And then it's Josh, just to go ahead and double check, it's 8d6.
Yep.
Shit, I didn't mean to roll that. Ignore that one. Because they keep hiding the good dice roller away under the context of, it's the advanced dice roller. There we go. 28 points of damage as this fireball cascades across the monster, burning and singeing it at various points, and it just kind of like reels back and it is looking bloodied, and that is June's turn. It is now Evelyn's turn. And Evelyn, again, can't really do much, so Evelyn is gonna... You know what? Evelyn's gonna head back, go over to June, and use Lay on Hands to heal June for 15 hit points. So June is back up to 27 hit points. And that will be Evelyn's turn, as it is now the monster's turn. And you watch as it is like glaring at your party, and then like you just watch as this kind of glaze goes over its eyes, and it looks over at Hessian and drops its weapons and falls prone. It is groveling at your feet.
I smirk at it.
That is its turn. It is now Dray's turn.
I wink over to Dray, nice and friendly. Dray's...
I was muted, sorry.
There you go.
Alright, fire some more. Fire 2 more toothpicks.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
So that's a nat 1, so I get to choose what happens.
Oh yeah.
So as you go to fire at the creature, you pull the trigger, and as you do, you watch as it begins to launch forward, and your bowstring snaps.
Oh hell.
And the bolt kind of like tumbles out of the front end of your crossbow and lands in your foot, dealing 3 points of damage to you.
Okay. I'm so scared it's gonna just fucking shoot me like everyone wants.
So you have taken 3 points of damage from your own weapon, and now it is unusable, so that a second attack does not work. You will need to take a full action to repair it.
A full action left, right? I don't.
If you hold your movement, you could spend a full action to repair your crossbow.
Okay, yeah,
Then
I'll do
that's
that.
your turn.
I'll do that then.
All right, that is your turn. As you really hope that no one saw that.
I saw
Honestly,
it.
especially Tiefling.
Everyone probably saw it.
Yeah.
Except for Evelyn, who
Okay.
had her back turned while she was healing June.
The only
I can't
person
wait
who
for
didn't
that
want to
to-
see it.
Aw.
But if her perception was high enough, she would have heard that bowstring snap.
What a nice story to tell.
It is now
Campfire.
Arya's turn.
I would like to use my sorcery points and my bonus action to bring that 3rd level spell slot, to bring one of them back to me. And I'm gonna Is it possible to cast the same spell twice in one turn?
What do you mean the same spell twice in one turn?
Like, am I allowed to cast Fireball twice since not using my
You're not
movement?
casting it. Oh, you mean if you don't use your movement,
Yeah.
can you cast it twice?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've done it.
Awesome. Then I would like to do that.
Okay. It's bloodied, so cast the first fireball,
Oh, okay.
and we'll see what happens.
Sorry, I got very excited with this spell.
All right. As red-orange flames crackle across your fingers as you begin to weave your spell and aim it directly at the Etin, Arya Maverick. How do you want to do this?
I kind of want to like aim it directly at its chest, and when it hits, I want it just like completely, like the entire front side of this creature just to explode.
Oh.
Okay. As the fireball collides with the center of its chest, you watch as like the fireball then erupts outward from that point, singeing and ripping across its flesh and sinew as it kind of shrieks in horror. Its face gets completely seared back as both of its heads are just skeletons at this point, with bubbling charred flesh across them, as it just kind of collapses in this heap of melted flesh and bone.
Yeah.
And we're out of initiative.
10 seconds,
Went
not bad.
smoothly.
Well,
And no one went unconscious this time. Yay, guys!
hey, it's for Braxton.
Yeah.
See, isn't being level 5 great?
Mm.
We're level 5? Shit, forgot.
Is the grass on fire?
Parts of it are, yes.
Okay.
Ah!
Killing the earth. Jeez.
Hey, darling, I'm kidding. Don't hurt me.
I swear to I will. Miriam's gonna be Karen's.
Ooh. Ooh.
I just want to say Arya is like overwhelmed with how cool she is.
Great work, Maria. You really did do.
Are there any
Alright.
trees on fire because of that?
No, it wouldn't have been within the blast radius.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Alright. Did Windrunner still run off, or is he like gone? Do we have to go look for him?
Unfortunately, yes, he is at this point vanished.
Oh, now.
So,
What's the state of
Vanished as in crushed by a boulder.
vanished as in there are hoofprints leading further into the wilds, so you all will have to go looking. And in the meantime, you also will need to make some repairs to the wagon as it has been damaged by boulder.
So not just destroyed, that's good. Anyway, at least.
Yeah, it's not like
And
it's not like completely destroyed, but a lot of supplies are not intact anymore.
I'll start casting mending.
That'd be a
I'll
good
get
idea.
with June and then go look for his horse with
As
him.
as
a
Kyburn
sword.
just sticks around the wagon and rapid fires mending.
It just spams and then
Jesus.
I will follow them on their adventure to find Windrunner.
Let's go, June. Since June is injured, I'll like pick him up if he allows that or something, put him on my shoulder. Or, let him sit in my hand. And as he leads us, I think June's just fucking
Out of
dead.
the call. There she.
June is very sad. Very, very, very.
Oh,
Hey, Zammy.
no, June, perk up. We'll find your horse. And, Kyburn got your wagon. Let's go, June. No time to waste.
I follow.
Picks up fucking baby. Let's go. I got you, sock.
So who? Okay. So Kyburn is casting mending, and Evelyn is going to stay and help you fix the wagon, essentially like holding pieces
We'll
into
do the
place. Huh?
I said Dray will do the same.
Okay, so Dray and Evelyn basically just use their physique to lift and hold things into place for Kyburn to mend.
I only really need one of you to help me.
Yeah, and Evelyn's just like, Dray, why don't you help them go find their horse?
God, how?
Yeah, we could use more people if it's a horse.
He looks kind of like really what's the word? Why am I forgetting the word?
Well, he said he only needed one of us. I mean,
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not
We'll
a
go.
great tracker.
I'll go. All right, and then you kind of just rush it off.
Okay, I need everyone who's looking
You're
for
rushing.
Windrunner to make
Okay.
survival checks.
Oh,
Here's where I fail, I think. Wah!
Oh my
Guys,
I
I'm
didn't
really
expect
bad at
it.
this. I don't know if
Oh,
I can.
I'm totally failing
Wind
this.
Runner.
Wait, what are we making?
Oh, never mind.
Ah, I'm still above.
survival.
Yeah, Dray, you're making a survival check. Okay, so Arya
God.
and Dray are just terrible at finding a horse. Like Dray, you're looking around and you think you see the tracks, but you're like, no, that's too small. That's probably a raccoon. You like look around and you're like, this foliage is broken. Oh wait, that's from the boulder, and you're just kind of like really having a hard. And Arya, you're looking, but you're also kind of like not really looking. You're like, wow, this foliage is real nice. June, as you're kind of like flying through the brush rather quickly, listening out, and keeping a honed ear for your horse. Hessian is keeping pace with you, and as you all are making your way through there, you're able to, like, Hessian is keeping a close eye on where the tracks lead, and you're keeping like an ear out for Windrunner, as well as like looking through like foliage to make sure like things are like where things are trampled or broken, and you all find your way not too far north of the clearing, where there is a small stream that Windrunner is drinking from.
Windrunner!
Oh.
He freaking flies and flops on the horse and pats the back. I thought I would never see you again. Oh god.
Windrunner just kind of like perks his head up and just kind of like looks at you and snorts like, why?
You know what?
Like, not like a shitty why, but just kind of like a, why would you never see me again?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Like, I get like, there's just kind of, I mean, you fed and kept for this horse. Like, it's not unknown to the idea that it won't survive in the wild, but it definitely didn't want to be in that situation. It leans back and nuzzles you.
Oh. No. Alright, well, I guess we should head back now.
Yep.
As you all turn around and begin heading back, you arrive back at the clearing to find that Dray and Arya haven't really left it. Haven't made a whole lot of progress.
Good job, guys.
Good. Yeah.
Good
We can help.
team effort.
You know, I appreciate it.
I'm so cool.
Yes.
Windrunner kind of like snorts at them, and June, you can kind of tell that it's the horse's way of saying, wow, they're dumb.
Oh,
But only the
Yeah,
fairy
you
knows
go
this.
well, I think he really
Sorry.
likes me.
As do I. He seems to have appreciation for people.
Yes, sorry, something just got in my throat. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, she looks at June with
okay.
a kind of really look. And
Um,
she's like, all right.
Let's make our way back.
How's the cart doing? Cart.
Oh god!
Oh.
Not the cart.
It's all right. It's
court.
all right.
Oh my
How
god.
far? How,
Which is,
how far are we to being finished with rebuilding it?
So it takes y'all, maybe, it doesn't take you like long to cast mending, right? It takes like a minute.
No, it's an action. So.
Okay, so like 6 seconds, and it's over 1 cubic foot. So it takes you like maybe at most like 15 to 20 minutes. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like the hardest thing to do.
No, you're right. 1 minute. So never mind.
Oh, it is 1 minute. Then
Yeah.
in that case, it takes you all like a half hour.
Yeah.
Half hour to 45. But you all get it done. and can resume traveling.
Pardon.
And for the rest of the ride, it is relatively uneventful. We're gonna go ahead and head back to the continent map and actually pop everybody back in the marching order, and we're gonna move up a square or two.
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
Where are we heading again?
As the next event will play out soon. Does anyone want to have any conversations before then?
I'm all good.
Huh?
What?
Does anyone want to say words to one another before the next event occurs?
Dre's definitely not talking.
Dre's just like,
Dray, hey.
as Hessian rides over to you, Dray.
Hey,
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure your foot was alright from that thing that happened in the
Hey,
battle.
My flip was on right. What?
If your foot's alright.
Oh,
Since you
yeah.
know.
Don't. You shouldn't. That was nothing. That was minor error. My foot is fine. Thank you.
Oh,
It's like a little. There's like blood, and he's kind of been like limping when he was getting back to the horse, but he just ignores it. He wants to pretend,
Yeah.
he wants to play it off like it didn't happen.
You know, when we get the chance, you take care of that because you're leaking a little bit of the blood on your horse.
Oh,
Just
yes. Of course, the blood. Yes, I'll take care of that. Before we get on, it would be better that way, I'd imagine.
Yeah, certainly. And be careful with,
Okay.
that next time and all that.
Well,
Happens to the best of us. As he
thank you, thank you.
back over.
All right.
I'm fucking trying so hard.
Does anyone else want to say anything to anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna message Evelyn now.
Boy, oh Jesus.
Oh,
You're
that's
trying
gonna
to
go
make
over
things
well.
awkward, aren't you?
Hello there. It's your friend.
And it's a
No,
strong word.
I guess not. Yeah, no, not a good word. I'm Arya. Hello. I just had a question. You can reply to this message.
Yes. What
Everyone
is
know
your
what's
question?
going on. Okay.
What's your and Dre's history, if I may ask? Because I know I asked
No,
about
no.
your history. I was wondering, like, yeah.
You can almost hear like the audible sigh. As she's like, I would rather not talk about it.
Hate him.
Suffice it to say, we were very close. Beyond what one might consider a professional capacity, and when things went down, it was difficult. And that's all you're really gonna get.
Fair enough. Cool. I'm sorry. All I ever do is pressure you into other situations. I'll stop. And I sit down awkwardly.
I kind of pass Arya a quick glance. Kind of,
I look up very upset.
I just turn away.
He would be glaring daggers right now. He would be.
If he knew.
Oh, that's fucking great, man.
Evelyn hates me.
No,
By the way,
stop telling.
All of a sudden I feel some tension.
What was
don't
that
know
shit
why.
happening?
Huh?
I wonder why I suddenly feel all this tension.
Yeah.
It's not like it was here before.
That's a good topic.
Oh,
Morale.
that's amazing.
Thank
Next
you.
stop, can we switch places?
No.
Evan kind of like takes a minute and starts shuffling some papers around and kind of reaches for something else. How would you suggest we break the writing something down as he's speaking to you? what would you do to lift this tension, as you call it?
I, you know, here. And June flies over to Kyber. You know, tension is when everything is just feeling really, you know, just,
I know what
yeah.
tension is, Fairy. I just
Yes.
want to know what you would do to resolve it in this situation.
Got it. And you have your book out, right? Kyber, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I touch it and I turn it small.
I'm reading in the journal, not in the tome right now, okay?
So,
I mean, you
yeah,
can still do it.
before your very eyes, your journal shrinks down to like pixie size, like it's sitting like in the palm of, like in the middle of the palm of your hand.
I grab, like dirt projectile.
This is good. This is going to be a contested grapple.
Okay.
Go,
So,
go.
Hybern, you roll athletics, and June is gonna have to roll acrobatics.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh
Go, June. Go, June. Go.
I'm on Kyber here.
Yeah!
No.
Fuck you!
As June is kind of able to wrest themselves free of your grasp and begins to make an expeditious retreat.
I cast command.
no!
June, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my
Go,
god!
go. I don't know who I'm rooting for anymore. I kind of want to see what happens.
I'm gonna fail that wisdom. I'm not good at
Go,
that one.
go.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Grovel.
Oh.
As you begin flying away, suddenly you just drop from the air.
Oh.
As you are commanded to grovel, you kind of like descend to the ground, and then you like as your feet touch the ground, you just fall prone.
I pick him up and like hold in like a tight fist so he can't move.
Please.
You are now
I'm
held.
lifting
You are now
up the tension.
held.
I need you to turn this journal back to its normal size right now.
That? Well, you know, I really can't because you have my hands. You know?
I will release you, and when
Okay.
I do,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to enlarge my journal.
And what if
Do
I
you
don't?
understand?
No.
Oh.
I squeeze harder.
Man, Arya, you're just sitting there, huh?
Make an athletics check, and June, you're gonna have to contest it with athletics of your own.
Go.
No,
Go,
that's even
go.
worse.
There's too much tension.
I mean, not crush. Ah.
Wait, can I reroll? Wait, no. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna waste my reroll. Never mind.
Go.
Are we
go.
clear?
As you begin to take a d4 of bludgeoning damage that I have to roll.
Well, this is great. You're gonna end up killing me.
Kyburn, what's your strength modifier?
+2.
You take 3 points of damage.
Ooh. 3 or 30.
3.
Goodness me. I was just like, oh, okay. You just
I kind of, while I am holding him, I try to get like a closer look at June, not really having seen him up close before. Kind of examining the fairy.
June, feel free to describe your character.
Oh god.
describe what he can see.
Well, he's holding him up
I have-
close now, so you can
I have
see
good
all
vision.
You do?
Oh, you do? Fuck.
Yeah.
20 vision, yo.
Well, well, you see his, his purple eye. Whoa. And then you see his other eye. Whoa! Opalite eye, specifically. So it shines a bit.
Is it like a actual gem or?
It is not an actual gem. Like you can tell, it's a it's his real eye, but for some reason the iris itself has taken on this almost unnatural coloration that it looks almost like an opalite stone.
Are we clear?
Fine.
Can I roll insight just to be sure?
That you can.
Well, what am I rolling? Deception?
The deception or persuasion. Don't tell us which. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's going to pop up here if you roll it here. So, yeah, roll deception or persuasion, whichever one you want.
Are you lying?
Just kind of like still in between
He
about
gives
it.
you another and glares at you again for another second or two before finally just sets you on the side next to the tiny book.
Here. And then I put it back to size.
Kyber nods and opens the book again and starts scribbling out what he's already written down.
Neat.
Did Ari just watch all that?
I mean, you're sitting in the carriage, so yes.
You're
Oh my
right. Yeah,
God.
you could have done something.
Arya, you
but
could have done
no.
something. You know?
Arya.
God, Arya, you're supposed to be cool, right? You're freaking.
I knew it was right.
Arya.
What a nice carriage ride through this nice forest.
Sometimes you just gotta be the bystander.
Wow.
You could have helped me.
Okay. I'm gonna say that the rest of that ride is very awkward. Like, very... At least for Ari.
Already?
Everything okay in the
sucks.
carriage?
Yes, it's good! It's going great!
Okay, Sophia
June?
gets results. Write that down.
I won't talk about it.
You can get resolved, would you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. It's nothing.
I didn't say anything. Shut up.
Not in character anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't in
As long
character,
as
so
nothing's going
I'm
on in
gonna
that
count
carriage. It's a carriage. No, it's a cart. But as long as you guys are okay in there. What a nice ride.
Well then, okay.
Is everything okay back there?
Shut up!
Jeez.
If
If I
hear
had message, I'd
I
talk.
swear. Arya just yelled out, "We're fine. We're fine." There. Let's leave it at that.
Alright.
I think so.
We're just
Cool.
making sure. Ashley leans over to Jude, or not Jude, freaking
Get the
Dray. Do you
freak
think they're
away
okay?
from me.
I said Dray. Dray.
Okay.
He's all the way there. Do you think they're actually okay?
I think there's something amiss, but I don't think it's anything major.
Yeah, they're probably fine. Well,
Done with this.
Anything else
Yep.
that anyone wants to talk about?
I think we're good.
I'll lean back to the. I'm kidding.
Time to have a panic attack.
Oh.
All right. With that, I need everyone to. I'm going to move us to the next map before I ask anything. As you all begin to kind of approach the roadways that lead into Brokenblade, you all are getting closer to your objective by the moment. I need everyone to roll me perception checks.
Here we go again.
If you have advantage
Perception.
on perception that relies on sound, you may use it now.
Me? Do I have that?
I don't know. I am not your dad. I am your dungeon master, which is equally worse.
Do I have advantage
Yeah, because you don't care. You just care about.
Do I have
I
advantage
care about the
on
dice results.
Do I have advantage on perception checks that resolve on fire?
No.
What the fuck?
Go
Shut
home.
Shut up.
You're
Go the
so
fuck home.
cool.
You're so cool, we know. Whoosh whoosh with your flames.
Get it. You're gonna steal Evelyn. We get it.
Hey. You're right.
Hey, I'm not. I hope.
Colin, you
Alright,
rolled
so-
I'm saying
performance instead of perception.
I did roll performance. You're right. That
What
was
are you,
a.
Braxton? Playing with your dance moves? Because you sound
Braxton's
kinda
here.
nice.
Braxton's here in spirit. Braxton's always in my heart, so he's always in the campaign.
Beakston in my heart too. It's okay. He lived.
Yo. My name is
Elam's in no one's heart. Elam's not even in his heart.
Hey, Eel is in Avenel's heart. Well,
Aw, that's great.
Maybe.
Oh, Lucy. Just watching from whatever
What?
hell she's in.
She's watching from down below. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Meh.
Stop.
That's all I'm hearing right now. I'm sorry.
I can't believe I cried for that session.
I can.
Okay.
I can believe you cried for that session.
You know what, Colin? That's because you were
that
there.
one part.
Is Evelyn
Like,
gonna
I
roll
want-
perception?
Evelyn gonna roll perception.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry.
Evelyn gonna exist.
Sorry.
Check
I have 3 screens up. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now.
Coward. I'm kidding.
Oh my
Play.
You're
He's like-
fine.
He's making sure that the ancient red dragon won't kill us in one hit.
So you know what?
How dare you?
You just had to speak.
Or the surprise god. He'll kill
So
me in one
Meteor
hit if
Swarm.
Iron
No, I'm
Man's
just
surprise.
kidding.
Oh,
For real.
See, Templar Knight.
Yeah, no,
Shut
Asmodeus
up.
himself is gonna like give us horrible dreams and whatnot. You know how it is. Just
Oh, the
you know,
carcass
God's
is
popping
ready
up,
then.
being like, "Hey, I like you guys."
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's see here. That's 1, 2. Wait, why did Dray roll twice?
Oh, because I
You
rolled
rolled performance.
Performance.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now. So, Kyburn and Arya, you notice nothing.
Yep.
Evelyn notices nothing.
Like,
As Hessian, Dray, and June, as you all are kind of riding towards this area that meets the border, you all hear a strange song coming from a cave over here.
Wait, give me a minute. I need to zoom out. Where?
Over here.
Okay, right where the cave is. That makes sense.
It seems to be kind of a sad tune. What do you want to do?
Kind of want to check it out.
Okay.
Can I go invisible? Because June.
Yes, you can.
go-
You can cast invisibility on yourself as part
Dear
of your
God.
fairy features.
Ooh, slay, honey, yes. Go invis with your bad self.
So you become invisible for up to 1 hour, so long as you do not attack or cast a spell.
Mhm.
So, yep, you kind of just turn invisible, and you can head over this way.
Okay.
No.
Great. Okay, that's where
do
it
you
is.
first off, do you communicate that to anyone before you just yeet out of there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Who?
who do you tell before you go invisible and yeet off into the distance?
Well, I tell Arya to let her know because she's in the wagon. And then-
You know, I don't think you should. That might be we should probably stick to the path we're on. You know, just in case.
Is everything okay back there?
Yes, everything's fine, Drake. Jesus.
Yeah, calm down now.
June's found something apparently.
What has she
No, no.
found? We don't really have a lot of time.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
She.
I am going there for a
Why did I
moment.
say she? That's not what I
I'm
meant.
not gonna be there very long.
No, I don't care if you're not going to be there very long. I don't want you to go at all. What if you get
How-
lost or hurt or
I'm
die?
not gonna get lost.
Going
You
towards the
didn't say
city.
hurt or die in that sentence, and I'm very upset.
You know, oh my god.
So, Dre, did you hear
And,
that?
by the way, just letting you know, June, at any point during this conversation, you can choose to cast invisibility on yourself.
I'm not gonna do that. Invis.
I'm not gonna.
And with a poof, he's
Listen,
gone.
I'm not. You know, fine. Let's follow the trail. Just let me go talk to Hessian real quick. And I talk to Hessian. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go check something out, and I go invisible. And
Yo, can I come with you?
No.
Was everything
Talk to
okay
Dre
back
about
there?
that.
That whore.
So, Dray, do you hear that
so
too?
hold on.
Oh, here.
June, I need you to roll me stealth with advantage. I need everyone else to roll me perception. Again.
Yes.
Oh god.
Perception.
Let's go.
Who just rolled white?
Oh my god.
I'm kind of scared.
Yo, twinsies.
Whenever it's not needed, I
Evelyn and
swear.
I see.
And I actually have to check something real quick.
Oh yeah, I wasn't listening even to what he was doing. God damn. You did this to me, Colin. Now I'm making mistakes.
Damn.
God. Your character's I don't no.
What was
I've
my
been so
character,
mean.
huh?
I've been so mean. I need to stop being mean.
Think means you're such a bull.
So they're all gonna have disadvantage.
Uh.
Oh my god.
So
That's
that's a failure. That's a failure. That's a failure. That's a failure. Everyone fails to notice that June has yeeted except for
what I
Kyburn.
Oh my god.
Except for poor Kyburn.
Yeah,
Alright,
Kyburn
so
is the
what-
only one who. So as June has essentially yeeted away, the group continues moving down the trail
Oh,
unless
Wait,
Kyburn says
I
anything.
I'm stopping the freaking thing because, you know, me and what's-his-face heard the thing. Stop that moving. I'll beat you. I'll beat the DM. I'll do it.
Okay, well, do you tell the party to stop? Is the thing you're moving as a group?
Yes, I tell everyone. Alright, hold up. Dray. Ow.
Is it?
Pardon?
Is it?
He said, "What's up?"
Like, alright. Do you hear that too? Yes. Which I think he did. The sad song.
The sad songs? We all heard that. Did we?
I
Evelyn
think
shakes her
I'm-
head no.
Oh, okay.
And, well, June just said they would go off somewhere. And then, you know.
We don't have
Yeah,
time for that.
we
No, we
can
need to
just
keep going to
anyway.
the city.
But
Bloody hell.
Conrad...
I'm not British. I don't know why I said bloody hell. I want to.
So
if you guys want to keep going, you can. I will go look for June while you guys head, like, maybe, I don't know how far it is. How far is it? Like, just up this road, or was it?
it's probably maybe like still about 2-3 hours.
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to keep going, you can. I'll catch up with my horse and all that.
You could handle it then, I suppose.
I like this.
Oh, we should all
Yeah.
stay together. Can't we just get June real quick and bring him back? I don't know what's happening to me. I'm having a stroke.
you're
How about
fine.
you guys keep going and maybe at a teensy bit of a slower pace, you know, and if we don't show up in like an hour or something, then come back, you know? I'm sure I can get him,
We don't
well, I'm
come
sure I can
back.
find him quick. As
I
freaking-
once like that.
Yes, Hessian turns his horse. You guys keep going. Alright, I'll be back.
Hey,
With
everyone,
June.
slow down a bit. Oh my god. Every single
Mm,
song.
Did any of us hear that conversation except for Dray?
No.
Or oh, good, awesome,
Evelyn would have
great.
probably heard it.
Yeah,
Evan,
Evelyn relays to the group to stop temporarily while, they sort things out. So she kind of like brings her horse over there and like instructs her to kind of like hitch the wagon there. Hessian, you pursue June.
It's just like pacing back and forth and back and forth.
June, where the fuck you at? I'm kidding. He's not shouting.
Can't even see me.
Yeah, and this is where it's coming
hold
from,
on.
right? The fucking noise.
Hessian, June, Dray, make charisma saving throws.
What?
Oh my
What am I?
fuck.
Arya, Evelyn, Kyburn, make perception checks.
No.
Ooh. Okay.
I really
Oh my
hope-
god.
I really hope rolling low perception is a good thing here.
You all still do not hear this song that everyone is talking about. Dray, June, or I guess I'll just say Dray. Dray, as you were pacing back and forth, the song grows louder. And as you look kind of like over at Evelyn, Arya, and Kyburn, who still seem unaware of this song, you find it illogical that they cannot hear this at this point. Like, they have to hear it. And
Can you guys hear
then
that?
you look over to, like, in the direction of where it's coming from, and you just feel drawn there. Like, you have to go. You have to see. You have to know.
Do that, I say, while wandering with eyes of
Dray,
wonder.
I need you to move your full movement speed towards the cave.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
Here we go.
No.
I'm gonna get off my horse right here. just in
Oh,
case
Hessian, you
Hello.
are fine. You arrive there and you see June kind of like at the mouth of the cave. Or well, you don't see, but you assume that June is somewhere around here. You can make a perception check to try and spot them. It'll be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Too tiny for your eyes. Let's see if you got 20/20 vision.
You do not spy
Black
June.
glasses.
You assume they are around here somewhere. June, as you look into the cave, you feel drawn in.
Oh, no.
You have to move inside the cave. You have to know what's
What?
there. You have to see.
No.
June, are you around here? As I get off my horse and then start looking around. June?
As June proceeds into the cave, past the point that anyone can
Jack?
see.
I start following Dray. Because he just
Okay.
walks. Actually, I was wondering, since he's within 30 feet, can I cast Charm Person on him?
You can try.
On any part of your stabbing spell.
I guess. Charm Person.
Go,
Person.
go.
Any effect.
Nothing happens.
Awesome. I just follow.
Dray, I need you to move your full movement speed towards the cave again.
I'm like waving my hands around as I go into the cave, I suppose, like trying to freaking feel if he's anywhere, like accidentally slap him. June!
Okay,
June,
seeing
that's
Arya
not
start to move
easy.
and do stuff, I did kind of look up and start packing my things before just leaving them there and coming out to follow Arya.
Evelyn just kind of like looks at all this. She's like, I'll watch the horses, I guess.
Walker, is there anything in my component pouch that I could like stuff my ears with? Would it make-
You know, we'll say there's a small amount of beeswax. Sure, go for it.
I do that.
Okay.
Beeswax?
Kyburn and Arya make perception checks. Arya, you have disadvantage.
Yes. Boy, never in my life have I felt better about those words.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You all still do not hear the song. Dray, I need you to once more move your full movement into the cave.
As I'm waiting
Oh,
around,
wow.
can I
I'm in
feel
the cave
June?
now.
At this point, this would put you past the cave entrance. You walk right past Hessian and out of sight.
Dray, wait.
I have to
wait.
know.
No, Dray! And he goes after him.
All right, so Hessian, June, and Dray have now moved past the point that anyone can see them. Arya, what do you do?
I follow.
Kyburn, what do you do?
I kind of just fucking shake my head frustrated and just like run after them.
Thank God we're deaf.
All right. I will begin to move us to the next map.
Okay.
Uh,
Julian's
go,
the hymn
go.
singer.
Oh no.
You all proceed through the cave, continuing through its winding corridors and vast chambers until you arrive at another clearing at the other side of the rocky face. You assume that at this point you are now past whatever cliff face you were originally facing. And you have arrived at a small clearing where June and Dray are kind of staring in wonderment at this circle of stones where a singular blade sits rested amidst the rubble. Sitting here in the center, where a beam of light is kind of cascading down upon it, and you see a single individual sitting over by this ring of stones. Let me go ahead and grab their image.
Is June next to Dray? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah, they're next to each
Yeah, I wanted to run up next to Dray. Do I
I-
bump into June?
As they see you all come through the opening, they kind of like step forward and they go, "Ah, it has been quite some time. Hello."
I conked Dray on the back of the head.
Who?
Is
Make
June
it, make an attack roll.
I'm not doing any damage. I just want to bash his skull.
So do damage.
But, oh,
No. I mean just like enough to like give him
Boink.
a light bruise, but nothing like damage to damage him.
Okay, so then you're still going to have to roll an attack.
Okay.
Who are you attacking?
He's hitting you in the back of the head.
I guess Dray. I'm just using my fist, man. I'm just giving him a good old like, what the fuck do you make us come here
look
for?
at fucking Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit.
What is your strength modifier? Is it
+2.
+2? A 13 does not beat Dray's armor class.
Okay,
Oh,
so I
okay.
don't deal damage to Dray. Good.
As you kind of like go to conk him on the head, he takes a step forward out of your range of arm.
Well, goddamn.
I must know.
Walker,
bump
I
into
would like
June?
to pretend I'm in the same haze that they are. Kind of like look
Okay.
at their faces and then try to imitate what they're.
But June's
Probably.
still invisible, right?
He just kind of like looks over you, like the man at the far end, like kind of like looks over you all, and he goes, "What? Why are? Okay. One moment." And you watch as he kind of like reaches into like a pouch on his waist to kind of like crushes some components and speaks a word before like blowing them to the wind, and then suddenly the song is gone. Dray and June, you both kind of snap out of it.
Great, let's go.
I want
What
to
hap-
swing in
what?
front of me. I'm kidding.
Hello.
But I swing
I-
for June still.
Hold on. Let me. I have to be
Hello?
I have to be wary of the radius. One moment.
Excuse me?
Greetings,
Excuse me.
goodbye. And I drag Dray, and I'm like,
Wait.
What?
Oh,
What is happening? No, Kyber.
we're leaving.
What happened?
this is
What
gonna have to be a
where-
contested grapple check.
Oh, God.
Go.
If
Yeah.
you're wanting to fight this, Dray, you have to contest it.
I want to fight. I'm so confused. I'm fighting anything. Oh, that's a high roll. Thanks.
You can roll athletics or acrobatics to resist.
Just gonna.
As Kyburn grapples you and begins to walk you out of the grove.
What is
Really
going
big.
on here?
We're leaving. Everyone, come on.
What happened? Who are you?
I'm trying to get to that.
No need, no time. Let's go.
Stop!
You know,
As you watch as a wall of fire erupts at the end of the grove.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Yep, just as I thought. All right.
you're resistant to fire. Just go through it.
What do you want?
Blueberry's not.
Well, for one, an explanation.
As to what?
What
I heard
are
a
you
song.
doing here?
Because
I
some
heard the
song
song.
wrong. This our little whatever these guys here got drawn in by what have you, and now we're just leaving. If that's all right. Well, I guess not actually. So never mind.
Sad song.
June, I heard you. Where you at?
The song.
Walks in front of me.
Hold on. You said that you heard a melody that was sad?
Oh, I didn't hear
That's
shit.
what-
Oh yeah,
that's
that's right.
what me
Kyber
and
pointed at
my
me.
friends.
Yes, it was
heard.
a sad melody.
Yes.
Interesting. Please, come this way.
We don't have all that much time. We're kind of in a bit of a rush, but we make this quick, please.
Can I? Okay. I guess I. The wall of. I don't know how wall of fire works. Um. Shit.
It's
Never mind.
basically you can try and walk through it, but as you move through it, you're going to take damage.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Follow along for now.
Boink. Oh god, no, whoa.
June, I
He
think you're still
steps
invisible.
back, and like you watch as he kind of like waves his hand, and now all of you can hear it. This sad song seems to be like emitting from like the center of these ruins, like where the sword is plunged seems to be like the epicenter of this noise. But as he gestures you in, like past this ring of stones, June, the second you cross this threshold, you no longer hear it.
Oh.
Like inside here, you step in, and you can definitely like feel and hear like this area humming with like energy, but it is not like this song that drew you in and raptured you into this place is no longer present.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Well, not necessarily. It is one of many things to this world. Come this way, and he kind of like steps around like where the sword is plunged to the other side of the pedestal, and he goes, I just merely something I wanted to test. If
Yes.
those of you that heard it, who amongst you heard it first?
Who
Well,
was it?
I went here first, I suppose, and then everyone followed, right?
I just remember hearing it, and then I don't remember much else.
You, Dray, and Hessian heard it. Only you and Dray fell into the sway of it. So he kind of like looks over you all and he says, "So you heard it first." And he kind of like gestures to the blade. He's like, "Please try and lay your hand upon the blade."
We're not worthy.
Make it small.
Who?
Make it small.
Huh? Oh, me?
Yes,
Wait, what?
you,
Oh.
young fairy gentleman. You said that you heard it first.
Oh, yes.
So he's not invisible.
As you,
I'm not anymore, I suppose.
not any more.
Yeah.
As you pass through like the ring, like it kind of zip. So you lay your hand upon the blade, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
What's your god?
go.
Oh, there we go.
You can lay your hands upon the blade. As you do, the melody like enters your mind, and you are able to resist. And as you kind of like look around, you can actually see the history of this place and why this blade sang such a sad song. This area was once a center for like prospering kingdom. Where you all are standing essentially is the center of its throne room. The kingdom thrived under great rule and fair treatment of its citizens. And this blade was to be presented to the crown prince on the day of his coronation. But on that exact day, a cataclysm rocked the world as dragons rained fire and acid, ice, thunder, and ash upon the world, and this kingdom was reduced to nothing in seconds.
Oh,
And so this sword that never had its legend sung rested here, silently away, as the entire history of its people was erased in a night. And as you kind of try and move it, it will not budge. He looks at it and goes, that is unfortunate. Did anyone else happen to hear? Anyone?
Dray?
We
I'm
really
thinking-
don't have a lot of time for this.
It will take no time. Just I ask that you attempt to remove the blade. As I have
What is this?
unfortunately tried and failed, I wish to see if it can be done.
The gist is, Dray, if you don't touch us, he's gonna kill us. So might as well just get on with it.
Yeah.
I apologies. Why are you under the presumption that I would kill you?
Perhaps kill is a strong word, but might as well get this over with.
It will if it will make us go faster, I will lift it. No disrespect to you, we're just on a tight schedule. Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Slay.
I slay.
Slay.
You
Play the
see the exact same vision that June witnessed. You see this prospering kingdom, this wonderful place where people are treated equally and fairly, as commoners and royalty alike are not exempt from the laws that govern the people, as all are held accountable. And as this crown prince is receiving his coronation, dragon fire rains hell across this entire kingdom, erasing it from existence in a night.
This kingdom, it was perfect.
Hearing Dray say that, do I recognize this place in any way?
You do not.
Okay.
Anyways, we really should be going now. I'm sorry about your sword, and I'd like try to give it a lift, I guess.
Make an athletics check.
Go, 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 go,
Come on.
go, go, go.
Yeah.
Go, go, go. Oh.
Yeah.
But
It pops free, as if
Why?
it was meant to be drawn. And this man looks astonished. And then just, like, drops to his knees, like, weeping.
Ooh.
I'm so I didn't mean I didn't mean to try that hard.
Finally.
Well, you're happy.
Finally.
We gotta leave.
What wants me to do with this? We really must be going.
You watch as he begins to flicker. Like as if the very image of him is no longer tethered in this reality, and you watch as he begins to like become more and more translucent, and you watch as his visage begins to change, and you watch as his appearance morphs and shifts until Dray and June, as you were the only two that received visions, you recognize this weeping individual who is kneeling here, staring with pride at this blade that is now drawn, was the crown prince who was to receive his right.
It was you. You're alive. How are you?
And he just begins becoming more translucent, and he says, "Finally." And just you watch as he begins to dissipate into particles that just kind of fade and drift on the wind.
What I don't know what to do with this. It seems
Uh,
important.
Dray,
Wonderful. Good show. Good show.
Boy.
make a charisma saving throw.
Great.
he takes the whole year
So
back.
this is such the perfect time for this to be happening, right? Am I right? This is so perfect.
Maybe? Oh.
Oh, yeah, so perfect.
You look across this blade, and now that you have wrenched it free, you all get a better look at it. Let me me pull up the stat blocks on this.
Ooh.
Where'd it go? There it is.
But Dre's not gonna want to keep it though. That's the thing.
Shoot, I'll take it. Is it a great sword? What kind of
What
sword?
the frick? I'll take it.
I
You're
want it, but
trying
Dre's not
to-
gonna want it. Dre doesn't
You
steal things.
see as it is a orichalcum longsword, the blade being a kind of like blue steel colored, with intricate runes carved out the length of its doubled edge. In the as you kind of hold it reflected in the light, they glow a bright golden hue, and as you move it into shade, you see as the runes begin to shift from gold to a pale silver. The hilt is forged of adamantine, a black kind of material that, as you present it in different lights, changes color. With the at the meeting where the blade meets the cross guard, you see the face of a Solar, a angelic warrior known for its fierceness and devotion to what is right and just. The crossguard itself forms the shape of feathered wings, and the handle is wrapped in green leather that is warm to the touch, as the blade itself hums with energy.
Ooh.
What is it like? Do I feel any urge drawn to it or something?
No,
Damn it.
but
Damn
you
it.
hear a voice.
Who knew?
You who have drawn me, you whose tale will now be told. What is your name?
Ray? James Peyton?
Very well. Know that you will gain great power and prestige if you wield me and champion a just cause. If I ever feel like our paths are diverging towards the corrupt or the reprehensible, know that my edge may find your throat.
Ooh.
God. What do you mean, just cause? You're gonna help me? You can help me do good?
If that is what you wish.
If I return you?
Then my story will not be told, and neither will yours.
God, I'm so conflicted.
Dray, who
I
are
just
you
want-
talking to?
Bruh.
Or
Is
this.
this all in his head?
Or
This is
talks
all
to me.
telepathically.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind
Like,
then.
essentially,
He's just staring at the
like,
sword.
essentially, like, time is frozen in this moment, and you are just having this conversation with the blade.
Oh.
I'm about to undergo one of the greatest missions of my entire life, I suspect. You help me?
Will this mission follow the tenets of order?
I know the tenets of.
Will this mission bring peace?
If it succeeds, it will certainly bring peace.
Then I shall aid you.
And I kind of like. Well. I turned to everyone.
And as you do this, the kind of like space where you spoke with this blade kind of fades, and you kind of like time resumes. Like this conversation essentially lasted in the span of like a second.
Oh, my.
And I'm
That-
going to send you something real quick, Colin.
Hey. That was a second. That was this blade. I can't explain it, but it seems to serve a greater good, and we are on a mission of greater good. It seems like the prince wanted someone to wield this, and it could help us. Shall we keep it?
The prince?
Yeah. Well, I mean, did they all see? Yes.
They all saw the ghost.
The ghost, but
Yeah,
not the
that's right.
prince
They
part,
don't know.
except for June.
I nod to June. Yes, the prince. When we saw I saw a vision at least.
Yes.
The prince was freed by the swords being released. I don't think I can, in good conscience, leave it here anymore.
Well,
Well, of course.
take
Seems
it.
like a whole Destiny sword thing you just pulled out yourself.
Nice.
Suppose I shall.
It'll help us.
It will, and I think it will help me as well. But I do believe we have a strict schedule to keep to, everyone. If you'll just kindly follow me out.
Well, yeah.
All right, and you all proceed out.
Clearly.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, Caliburn is vigorously writing at this.
Oh, okay, you're bigger. Okay.
I was gonna say, can I tug on June? And it's like, no, then I'd
Hello.
probably break something. I'll tug on like his little foot as he's flying in the air.
Yes.
You, please, maybe next time, a little bit more of a warning than, hey, I'm going somewhere, boof.
Hey, I swear, Oh yes, June. Yeah, that was
Yeah, we're saying it to you too.
Well, I mean, I don't remember it. I just remember feeling the need to go here and not really remembering really going here.
Just a friendly reminder.
Of course. Now then, shall we get back on track?
Yes.
And with that, I will move us to the next map.
Boy.
As you all reunite with Evelyn and proceed further up the road, you arrive at a small town on the edge of the Brokenblade territory. The sun is currently setting past the ridge, casting a dark shadow across the town. It is a simple hamlet with a fountain kind of in the center of town, a swath of farmland off to your right alongside some farmhouses, grain storage, and a general goods store close to the center of town. To your right, a graveyard and a temple. And further into town, you all see the only inn in town is the Crossroads. And the other buildings seem to be like there is an apothecary shop over here, a blacksmith shop here, and a manor house right there that seems to belong to the mayor. As you all enter town, it seems to be late in the day, so there aren't really a lot of people milling about. And Evelyn kind of looks over y'all and says, okay, we've crossed in now, so now it all comes down to making sure we can move undetected while we find Julian.
Indeed.
It's going to take some time. We're going to peg down where in Brokenblade he is, and then once we find out what city or town, we can head there. I suggest we all head to the inn for the night and get ourselves some rooms so we can plan our next move for the morning.
Yes.
Good idea. We should be on a full night's rest.
All right. And Evelyn begins to lead her horse over to the inn.
I follow her. Hey, baby, where you going? I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Want to turn Dray evil? Is that what you want?
Man,
Whoa.
Dray, why you lacking behind? Your doll is going. I'm kidding.
Oh
Yeah,
my
why you
god.
lacking?
All right. I will move June. If the rest of y'all would join the.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Arya, get the fuck over here.
Arya, come on.
Fucking slight.
God, Arya, you're supposed to be cool.
God, Arya.
He gets a free pass.
As you all arrive at the crossroads, it is pretty bustling as it is like the only inn for a while. There aren't a lot of like wayfaring patrons, but there's a lot of like townsfolk here just getting a drink. And there are a few people that, just from a cursory glance, you can tell are kind of out of towners. As you all enter the scene, the revelry doesn't really stop for you. But a human woman approaches the party. She's kind of stoutly built, brown hair that is tied in a braid to the left side of that droops on the left shoulder, and she has piercing green eyes. And she goes, "Hi, welcome to Codlaw. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You have come to the crossroads. Well, can we get you anything? Rooms, drinks, food? Perhaps all of the above?"
All the.
I mean,
Does everyone think I would just like a room, but
I think-
anyone can?
I think we should start with rooms.
Yes.
hey,
Hi, rooms. All right. We've got a few that are open right now. We've got about, I think. She kind of like checks a small like ledger that she has with her. She goes,
5.
we've got about 6 available right now. We have 4 on the ground floor and 2 on the upstairs. On the upstairs, we got the. She kind of like flips through some pages. Standard suite. It's 2 beds, and you know you got bedside table, a candle, and you know room like meals. You know you'll get a free breakfast with that one, but as far as other meals, we will require you to pay.
I'll take that one, please.
All right, for the nice horned gentleman.
I'll take the other one. Shit.
Kyburn, if you don't mind if I room with you.
I have no quarrel.
All right, so the 2 of you will be in that room. She points to Hessian. You said you were taking the other one on the top floor?
Yes, if that's not too much.
No, not at all. That is the suite. That one has 2 beds and a couch, a nice little lounge table. And you know, it's we don't have a lot of great literature out here, but we've got a few books on the shelf in there for your read. Some historical, some non-fiction, some fiction. We got like I think 8 books on the shelf up there. Like I said, we don't have a library or anything outside the temple, but you know, if you feel like reading.
Thank you. Did anyone besides probably June, if he would want to bed with me? And you know, other than those 2, you're welcome to. Did you? Yeah, June, did you want to?
Oops. Yes.
Evelyn kind of like looks at Dray and she's like, well, if it has 2 beds and a couch, it would probably be more cost effective if we
It would be.
roomed in that one.
Yeah.
We'll bunk with you, Hessian.
All right. I'll take the couch if you'd like.
No. I'll take the couch.
Sure, I could take the couch.
I'll take the couch, guys.
June takes the whole
I'll take
couch.
next to my pillow.
Oh wait. The couch.
Well, fine. I'll take a bed then.
It's no problem.
And with that, she's like, all right, well, we've got your rooms. For the standard 2-bedroom on the top floor. That will be. She looks at Kyburn and Arya. That will be about 5 silver.
And you're it.
All right, thank you kindly. And for the suite, that will be 1 gold.
I got it. And he gives the gold.
Thank you kindly. All right. Well, on that note, if you all would like food or refreshment, feel free to pick out the table, and Arne will come see you. If he doesn't stop by, just give him a wave. She points out like a little dwarvish gentleman with like this thick black beard and kind of like full, like very thick, voluminous, like almost lion's mane of hair, running around in kind of like this tank top, and like these slacks with brown boots and kind of this like bar rag like tied around his waist. And he's just kind of like running from place to place, like grabbing up drinks, setting down food. Like he's just moving at a vast speed for a dwarf. And she goes, "Yeah, if you need any food or drink, just take a table. Wait for Arne. If Arne doesn't show up, just give him a wave and say, 'Hey, Arne, need some food.'" And as she says that, like the dwarf runs over, "Yeah," and she's like, "No, just giving an example, dear." And he's like, and he kind of like runs off. She's like, just give him a wave.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright.
And if you need any drinks that Arne doesn't bring, or you'd like to be a little bit more direct, go talk to Hector. And she points behind the bar, and there's this human man who is like very staunch man, this kind of like red shirt on, with a set of nice slacks and like a little vest. Very well kept blonde hair, and a set of like blue eyes, kind of like a curled up mustache. And he just kind of like waves at y'all as he's cleaning a glass, and she goes, "You talk to Hector, and he'll get you the drink."
Alright.
Sounds good.
And she's like, "Well, feel free to do as you please. I'll see to the rest of the guests." And she kind of like walks off.
Did any of you want to get food or drink, or just head to your rooms?
I just find a table.
I head to the room.
Okay.
I'll head to the room. I like.
Evelyn heads over to the bar. So Dray, you're going to the room. Arya's going to the room. Kyber, you getting a table?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'll actually, I'm gonna go over. First, I'm gonna just drop off my bag in my room before I'll sit at the bar too.
But yeah, Dray goes to the bar as well.
So everyone sets.
Kinda like
Okay,
makes the
let's
U-turn.
just assume that everyone sets their stuff off in the room. Who all is staying in their rooms?
Not Dray.
Okay, so Arya's staying in her room.
I'll grab a snack before I go to my room, so I'll be staying with freaking Drain then.
Okay.
I will follow Hessian.
Okay. So Arya,
Awesome,
you
mama.
head to the room, and everyone kind of heads down to the floor.
Yuck.
Evelyn heads to the bar. Dray goes to the bar. Kyber, you said you were also going to the bar?
Yeah.
Hessian and June, do you all want to get a table or go to the bar?
Ow. Bleh, that's a stroke. We can get food at either rate.
You can get you were told you could get food at a table. You were told if you wanted a drink to go to the bar.
I'm gonna go sit at a table then, since I want to nibble on something.
Okay.
I'll just get drinks. So, Hessian, you want anything to drink?
I think I'll be good.
Alright.
Alright, so as y'all sit at your table and kind of like flag down Arnie, he comes on over. I'm going to go ahead and pick up with the people at the bar real quick, though. So Kyburn, Dray, and Evelyn, like, y'all are sitting at the bar.
All right, how are we all sitting though? This is very important. Like, where is Dray?
That's a good
Oh my
question.
God.
Evelyn decides to sit at the center of the bar, like, to just get a drink
Okay.
and try
Can I
and
change
get
my
some
mind and sit
information.
by Evelyn?
Hi, Trit. Say again? Oh,
Can I
sorry.
change my mind and sit right next to Evelyn?
Oh my god.
I need everyone to decide what they're going to do. Evelyn is sitting at the center of the bar. Where is everyone else?
Like a
What is
seat
that?
over to the right of her.
Oh, June
Yeah,
Let's go on the
same.
left.
drink
Same.
for himself.
What do you mean the same?
Sorry.
I call the
She
left
just sits in
side.
the same seat?
Next to her.
Okay.
Damn it.
So you're sitting to her left. Kyburn, you said you're sitting to her right?
No, like a seat over from her right.
Okay, a seat
So
over from her right. So,
I'll
so
squish in that seat.
I kind of give him a look as he sits down.
okay, so Evelyn's
I
sitting in
return
the,
it.
Hold on. Evelyn's sitting in the middle, Dray sitting to the right of Evelyn, and Kyburn is sitting to the right of Dray, correct?
Sitting on the right of Dray.
Okay. And then Hessian, you're sitting, I'm assuming, to the left of Evelyn.
Yeah, sure.
June, I'm assuming you're just sitting on the bar.
Yes.
Okay, now that everyone is literally sitting at the bar, glad we could establish that.
Nice
Um,
job. We did it.
Evelyn just
We won D&D.
Evelyn just like looks around at you all and she's like, I was hoping to be a bit more inconspicuous, but all right then. She looks at Hector and she goes,
Kyburn scoots 2 seats over.
double whiskey, please. And he goes, and he just kind of nods and fixes her up with a double whiskey.
I'll have one too.
I have one too. I'm very uncreative with drinks.
Do you have anything for...
Yeah, and I scoot like a seat over.
I'll scoot a seat over too, so it's whatever.
Oh
she
my
just said.
god.
Okay, so now
Alright.
As everyone's like making this even more conspicuous,
I was about to freaking scoot over, then Dray said it, then I was like, alright, no, never mind. I'll just freaking stay here and order something with fruit. Fruit, question mark?
he brings you a strawberry ale.
Oh god.
Strawberry.
June.
They have strawberries.
No. You get to have a sip. He'll just have a sip of June.
As does June say out loud they have strawberries?
Yeah.
Hector looks at you and goes, yes we do. It's actually one of Codlo's greatest prides, the Strawberry Festival.
Ooh.
This is a brew from our freshest batch.
Ooh.
Ooh, I would like one.
Very well. And he pulls out a very small, like, it looks like basically like this little dented piece of tin, sets it down and pours you all a drop of strawberry ale that is pixie sized.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
June, that's all
He
you
just looks at
need.
you and he goes, I do apologize, sir, but part of my job is knowing how much my clientele can take.
Oh,
Thank you
it's
so
alright.
much. Thank you.
So as Kyburn and Dray get their double whiskeys, as Evelyn does, Kyburn,
I just down it.
you, yep,
Go,
as you go to down it, the bartender actually sets down in front of you a gin and tonic,
Oh.
and he goes, pardon, sir, it's a gift from, and he points to like a back table where there's kind of like this little booth area, and there is just a lone woman sitting there, kind
Why?
of like fine clothes, with a very nice looking cloak, and she just kind of like raises a glass towards you.
Can I see her face?
You can. She is Elven. She appears to be a high elf.
A high elf.
Mm-hmm.
So do I recognize her? I don't know any high elves.
You do not recognize her.
Hello?
You Gucci man?
Kyburn kind of.
I go
Oh.
over and talk with him, man.
Women?
Kyburn drops the change for the drink and walks over to the woman in the back.
Ooh.
Ooh.
As you sit, she goes, "Well, glad I could finally make the acquaintance of someone worth my time.
Ooh.
Not many Harsaf up in these parts."
No, I'd assume not.
Oh. Oh. Chat. She looks at you and just goes, "Your reputation precedes you a bit.
I have a reputation.
In the right circles."
I nod, I nod. May I ask who I'm speaking to?
You may, but should I answer? She ponders this for a moment and she goes, "For the time being, you may call me Lucille."
So, Lucille, what would you have of me?
It's just a conversation. You intrigue me. I have heard tale in my circles of a Harsaf warrior traveling these lands for a good many years, performing acts both good and despicable.
Good and despicable.
Merely titles that people use.
Of course, of course.
But the one thing that has always stood out to me, that has drawn my interest, is that those who observe for a good period of time have noticed you keep a ledger. I'm interested as to what you're writing about.
And I'm very interested as to who you are.
It could be. No.
And if I actually tell you who I am, will that sate your curiosity or only whet the appetite?
Quite the dilemma, indeed.
It is only for you to decide, sir.
Está bien. Anima una.
What do you want from my ledger, as you call it?
Oh.
There's a lot of noise going on from someone's end.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, I am, to put it mildly, curious as to what you could be documenting. I mean, you have traveled...
Your curiosity does not interest me.
Very well, then. Let's call it tactical awareness. I want to know if you intend to pose a threat.
I kind of pour myself another drink from the gin and tonic she brought me.
All right. Well, I mean, you can't really pour another drink for a...
Well, I don't know. Okay.
You can drink the gin and tonic.
It's a... Oh, I thought it was like a whole bottle.
No, a gin and tonic is a glass. It is literally gin mixed with tonic water.
Yeah, no, I sip from the gin and tonic. Sorry, I don't know alcohols.
No, it's fine.
I don't know the alcohols. Okay,
I don't expect any of you to.
Jeez. Threat, you say? No. I doubt you have much to worry about. Almost in my 3rd century. I got, well, nothing more than rumors to my name, I suppose. Well, of good and despicable deeds, as you put it. I would not concern yourself with one such as I.
Very well, then. But tell me, will this tome of yours provide value to the world?
Who's to say?
Well, what do you say? Do you feel that it will?
I say you ought to wait and find out.
Well, I guess we'll have to just see who outlives the other.
We ourselves do live quite a long time.
As do we elves. And as you said, you're into your 3rd century. I'm only into my 2nd.
Oh, not quite. I'm 299. Only a year away, and then I'll reach it.
Not too much of an age gap, then. 226.
Can I get you anything? Well, I suppose you're quite capable of purchasing your own drinks.
That I am, but your company does provide intriguing.
I
I do
kinda
enjoy this
wave.
conversation.
Yeah. Is there? Okay. So we're like at the a back. What is it? Bar?
Like
or
a back table. Yeah.
Like back, just a back table. Okay.
Mhm.
Shall I get us some more refreshments?
That would be delightful.
I nod and I head back to the bar.
All right. On that note, Hessian, Dray, Evelyn, and June, you all are sitting at the bar as Kyburn goes off and begins this discussion. Evelyn kind of like looks to you, Dray and Hessian, says, I'm going to try and find some information here. I'm going to hit up a few tables and see what kind of information I can glean, see if we can find out where Julian might be hiding.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of breaks away from the bar and kind of like heads out into the...
Did you hear me?
No, I did not.
Oh, I said, would you like me to come with you?
She says, no, I'm fine. And
Oh,
she
you're
heads off into like the tavern area and begins kind of like moving from table to table.
Wait. Dray.
Alrighty then. What is it? What is it?
Can our whole conversation, like in the
As-
chat, be like half
Some of it.
minutes
Can some
or-
of the conversation in the chat?
Yeah, like when we started talking about, at the very least, like freaking started talking about Dray and his stuff. When after Evelyn, yeah, she left.
I'm not. Oh yeah, can we make that after? 'Cause then I
Yeah.
cannot
Yeah,
have.
this will
Because
That
take
would be
place.
fucking awkward.
This will take place after all of
Retcon.
this.
Then I don't have to retcon. I'm not the only one who needs time. Then I can keep that line in there.
Yeah.
Got it.
I suppose I'm not the only one who might need time.
Shit, whose line was
Actually,
that?
really? It's completely unfair for me to want everything back the way it was. That was an eternity ago. There may be no going back to some of it outside my reach. And he takes a sip of his drink as he says that.
Don't say that. Well, of course, you're both going to need time. Even maybe just a bit longer than the usual time. But
I
who knows what'll happen?
don't know if I deserve what I desire to happen. Even if I desire to now, I think it makes it so I am not worthy. Am I worthy? I came here truly, yes, for the initiative and for other things as well. I just feel that there are some things I might not be worthy of retrieving again. I have caused too much damage.
Kind of tapped her on the shoulder coming over from finishing my conversation.
Bruh!
What the fuck? You really gonna
If you-
interrupt
if-
with motherfucker?
if you-
God!
If you see me collapse, do something about it, please.
Oh.
Kind of pat
What?
him on the shoulder. Two of what the strongest you've got.
Hector kind of like locks eyes with you and just kind of like nods. And hands you a bottle of red glass that seems to have a liquid inside of it.
Great.
No.
I take that and head back over.
Oh, seems like he's on an expedition of his own, as usual.
I'm not even surprised.
As long as he's having fun. Nudges June.
Fun. Yes.
We could all use a tiny bit of a break while here,
Hey.
I suppose.
I am fun. I'm not in a fun mood right now, I suppose.
Hmm.
Well, if you all want to break away and do something, I will go up to my room and look at my new compatriot here and nudge towards the sword with sheathed.
Oh. Well.
How about we just relax right here? You know, just for a little bit, or at least until we know that Kyburn over there won't just suddenly drop dead or something by drinking what was ever in there.
Ah, yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
He's fine. And June takes a sip.
Dear.
Yes.
Okay, on that note, as June takes a sip, you hear a loud...
What the fuck?
Sorry, that was me actually hitting as this wood elf female kind of flops down onto the bar next to you all, and she's like, "This is good. This wood is very solid." She sees June. She's like, "Oh no, you're very."
Come on.
Very.
And she kind of slowly extends her hand out and
Ooh.
just rubs her index finger beneath your chin, and she's like,
Gosh.
"You're so cute."
Passion blocks her hand with his hand.
Ma'am, are you all right? Are you okay?
It's fine.
This.
She kind of looks over both of you, and she's like, "This is very nice people. It's not often that one sees an Ellen and Basimar."
You have Basimar?
Pardon me?
Yes.
You all seem very nice.
Oh, that's some good voice acting.
We're honored by your knowledge of our races.
Yes.
Do you want to go to your room? Would you like our assistance?
That
Do you
would
need
be
help?
lovely.
See then.
Which one of you will come back to my room with me? Shh, don't tell anybody.
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. I think you can handle it once you get in your room.
But you can stay there by yourself.
So
Okay.
but how do you... But she looks Hesh in the eyes. But how do you know I won't die? This could be the last night I live on this earth. I could
As someone
fall
who's gotten-
onto the bed and then choke on my bile.
Speaking as someone who has gotten intoxicated before, I don't think that will happen to you. I suppose we could check up on you if you want, but we
Yeah,
probably
we
won't
could
stay
check.
very long.
Would you kindly? That would be just delightful.
Okay, that
Yes, of course.
You
Is
know,
it-
we'll.
Is Kyburn still over there?
Kyron, you are.
Yeah, totally.
I give Kyburn a look and a glare at the same time, and I'm like,
Okay, so I'm taking a shot of what now?
Oh my god.
You are taking a shot of, as the bottle says, Lord Everin Flamebrand's Dragonborn Brandy.
oh,
So as you take a shot, to put into context, you are essentially drinking moonshine.
Yeah.
This is 95%
Shut-
alcohol.
Nice.
So I
I
need you to
can-
roll me a Constitution saving
I
throw.
can take it.
Passion shouts from
I
across.
built up some sort of tolerance, I imagine.
Kyburn, should you really be
Yeah,
doing this right now? Is it-
Why?
Kyburn's been doing this for a while. Let me roll for the elf.
Jesus. Chuck.
As she knocks one back with you, she's like, "This is delightful."
Oh yes, indeed.
Oh, how about we take
She
Both of you up.
looks over and sees like the glare and stuff happen. She's like, "Do you need to deal with that?"
Just ignore them. I'll deal with them later.
Oh,
Sounds like a good plan.
Kyburn, do you have the situation handled?
What situation are you talking about, Edom? I mean,
Dray, they're clearly
Dray.
fine.
Who is Elon?
I used to know another ASMR named Edom. It's force of habit.
Well,
Dray, let's just take her up to wherever she
we should probably.
Can
He looks
I
to be dangerously
cast-
intoxicated.
Can I cast prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation. Yeah.
Yes.
Prestidigitation.
What effect do you want to use with prestidigitation?
Twinkles.
Well,
Stars.
Sparkles. Okay. You can do that. What are you using the spell for?
To distract the woman and say, "Here, let's go to your room. Whoa, jazz hands, let's go."
As she stands up and kind of like stumbles,
oh, wait.
she's like, "Okay, it's on the first floor,
Mhm.
and there's a door."
Goodness me, a door. You got the door right. I'll help
And
her.
it has a 9 on it.
No.
Or a
I really thought you were
6.
saying
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no.
All right, we got it. All right.
That's not that much room for error. I think we can handle that.
Onward.
I mean, can we just ask
Ashen,
the-
shut up.
but the
We're on our way.
this god damn it. I like put an arm over one of her arms over my shoulder and I'll help her. Dray, would you get the other arm?
Oh, Dray gets the other arm.
Yeah.
As you essentially
Dray?
drag her over to which room are you going to first, 6 or 9?
Closest, so
Six.
6.
Yes.
Okay, as you all head over to 6, do you all open the door, knock on the door? What do you do?
Knock
Knock on the door.
I
knocked on the door.
We all
Oh,
just
you can
keep
knock.
As you knock on the door, you just hear
What do we hear?
kind of like a grumble.
Okay,
Were you
so
traveling with anyone else?
I was traveling with my friends.
what's your name, by the way?
Do you want to know my name?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
so nice of you.
Oh, okay.
We're just honored to meet you.
My name is Summer. Summer Evergleam.
That sounds
Nice to
That was
meet
fair.
you, Summer.
Nice to
Yes.
meet you, darling.
It's
It is
nice
nice
to meet you two pretty men.
You know I'm a man?
What?
I mean, what?
I mean, she kind of like looks at Hesh and she's like, "You're pretty."
Thank you. Anyway, so
You're a man?
knocking on the door.
No.
Is this? I
Answer.
like say to the door. Is this what's in fuck? Summer
friend of
Evergreen?
Summer Evergleam. Evergleam.
You hear a grumble inside again, and this time you hear, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And you see the door slam open,
Solo.
and there is this like half orc woman like imposingly standing in the door. She is like 6'5".
Oh, jeez.
This like black mohawk of hair that is braided at the back and is tied down
Nice.
into pigtails down both of her shoulders. She is wearing a sleeveless shirt and not much else. It goes down to like half. It goes halfway down, like to between her like waist and her knees, and she is just standing there like staring at you all, and she goes, "What?"
Do you know this? Do you know this lady?
She goes, "Hey." She goes, "I fuck." Yeah, I know her.
Okay, is she a friend of yours? You traveling?
I get her in the fucking room.
Ah, yes,
Alright.
of course.
We can
She
do
steps
that.
and she steps off to the side and lets y'all in. Inside, it is a nice, modest room. There are 2 beds, and on the floor, someone has rolled out a very beaten up sleeping bag,
Jesus.
Wonderful.
which looks to be half orc sized. And in one of the beds, reading a book, is a half elven woman who just kind of looks up and she goes, "Ah, not again." And
Johnson.
Summer and Summer goes, "Hey, Cecilia," and she goes, "Just throw her on the other open bed."
Oh,
Gently place her down in the other open bed.
Just gently or throw her. I do not care.
And that's what we do. We gently place her.
I
She goes,
Dear
"Ah, thank you so much." She looks over at Cecilia. "See, these beautiful men are gentlemen. They love me. Unlike other unfaithful men whom we travel with." And Cecilia goes, "For the last time, Branson is not unfaithful.
Braxton?
He is on... Not Braxton, Branson. Branson is joining us on this mission. He has been away from home for quite some time, and he has not, at any point that we have stopped along the road, gone to the brothel, unlike Ulysses and Silas." And she goes, "Yeah, but Ulysses and Silas know how to party." And she goes, "For the last time, I do not care, Summer, what you do in your activities outside of this party, so long as it does not come back to affect the rest of us. Please, for fuck's sake, shut up and go to sleep." And then from the floor, you see the half-orc who has already gotten into her sleeping bag sit up. "Oi! Shut the fuck up!" She lays back down on the floor.
my god.
Story about this party.
I think it's our cue to leave now, right?
Ah, yes, of course. We will be. Good luck on your adventure.
Good.
Yes.
A moment, please.
Okay.
And Cecilia, you see, like, she closes her book and she, like, reaches to her waist, and she pulls out 5 gold pieces. And she walks over to Hessian and Dray and June, and she hands Hessian and Dray 2 pieces each, and then hands the final piece to June, and says, "Thank you very much for bringing back our friend."
It was no hassle at all.
Yes, no problem.
Here you can have it. It wasn't.
You don't need to do this.
Right.
I insist.
don't. Oh, I don't want your money.
Well, then that is quite a shame, because I am not taking it back.
I'll take.
We'll
distribute
If
it
you
later.
don't want it, then feel free to spend it tonight on whatever you desire, and that way you feel no obligation to hold on to it.
Well, thank you. Well, good luck on your mission. We will be leaving now.
And to you on yours. I didn't catch your names.
Oh.
Dray.
Jazz hands.
Oh
June
god.
Providence.
My name is Hessian.
Ooh.
She kind of nods to all of you and turns to Hessian, and she goes, perhaps tomorrow when things are more clear-headed, I would actually like to speak with you if it would be all possible.
Oh?
Yes.
My party is in a bit of a rush with things lately, but possibly before we leave.
If you make it quick, we'll be fine. It'll take us some time to track down. Well, yeah.
Of course. Well, I bid you all a farewell.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, you all exit the room. The door shuts behind you. You hear the lock turn.
Dray hands his gold pieces to Hessian.
Oh,
I
sure.
have
keep these
never been
for you
treated
guys.
like a child.
June, do you want the gold that we got from the
No, I'll just use the gold, I suppose.
I figured you would want it, Hessian.
Sure. Thank
Is that
To be fair, there's not a great way to split up 5 gold amongst 3 people.
Yeah.
But by any chance, Walker, is there a place where you can like take a bath?
Yeah, it's called your room.
Whoa! Really?
Oh.
Just kidding. No, there is like
Sadness.
I mean, like I said, it's
Is
not that
there?
it's not that fancy. There is a place where you can bathe. It's kind of like out back of the establishment. It's kind of like this walled off area where you can, heat water and bathe.
Oh.
Sure, dog. Can I take a bath too?
Oh, yeah. Would you like to join, Dray?
But
Relaxation.
I don't see why not.
After that, I feel like we need it.
I'd say so. Okay.
Yeah, we pass out. What is not pass out? What we go through the freaking.
As you all go out to the bath, I will go ahead and wrap y'all's scene there. As you have a nice relaxing time before bed, we will actually go ahead and pick up real quick with Arya, and then we will hop back to Kyburn.
Ooh.
So Arya, what are you doing in the room?
I am actually waiting for Kyburn. So, I'm probably just chilling out and relaxing on my bed and waiting for the door to open.
You're gonna be there a while, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants a piece of Kyburn.
Calm down, Sandman.
All right, Kyburn. I assume you continue drinking the brandy.
Yeah.
I need you to roll me another con save.
Yeah. So does she.
Yeah, I know. I'm rolling.
Go. Ooh.
16, not bad.
Okay. You both down it again. As you all down the brandy, you both are beginning to feel the effects of it. A warm sensation spreads through your body. Your limbs feel a little lighter, yet somehow also heavy. And things are kind of nice. And she's like, "You have definitely picked out quite the selection."
Only the best.
Indeed. I must say, I am legitimately interested in why you chose this area of all places to conduct your research. As I understand it, there are other areas amongst the desert that do not follow your race's ideals, and I assume whatever research or work you are conducting involves other groups of people. Why not go there? Why decide to come here?
Mysteries. You've asked a lot about me tonight, but why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
What would you like to know?
Where do you come? Anything really? Tell me about yourself. Where do you come from?
Well, as with most elves, I hail from the forests to the north in the kingdom of Goldspire. Once it was a thriving independent elven colony. Now it has been subsumed into the greater area that is the kingdom of Crestholm, and now we no longer have much independence, for if we come here to Brokenblade, many of us are brought into slavery. If we go to Crestholm, we are treated as second-hand citizens. So I figured, why not come here and try my hand at being someone important, rising amongst my people, you know.
I see. I don't suppose I have much knowledge of Goldspire, but...
You haven't traveled there before. Roll me a history check.
Alright. 24.
You have not traveled there before, but you have heard of it. It is as she described it. It did used to be during the first and second ages. It was actually a very well thriving elven kingdom. Then, kind of like after the terrible events that have kind of plagued the world every couple of 100 years or so, it saw a lot of destruction, and with kind of the greedy nature of the growing human populace, a lot of the elves were their lands were taken, many of them were enslaved, others were kind of like forced into hiding, and others still were forced to live as kind of like second-class citizens amongst the larger human populace.
I see. Now, the collapse of Goldspire, it interests me. It interests me. Excuse me. In your opinion, how do you believe this came to pass?
Well, in my personal opinion, I believe it was too much infighting and politics amongst the elven royal houses that caused them to be complacent as their lands were taken. From another more militaristic viewpoint, one could say that our armies had been used to safeguarding our borders against minor threats, raids from lesser clans, and so to be met with a full-scale army the size of which the humans had amassed is not something that we had been prepared for. And from another separate standpoint, it was just perhaps time. No civilization is great or lasts forever, and while ours was once thriving, the cataclysms that racked our world did not pass over us without any harm, and perhaps those scars left their mark and made it easy for some new evolution to take what was ours.
I see. I believe that's where our views diverge, as I believe it is possible, under some circumstance, for a civilization of that sort to continue throughout any sort of conflict. If you had the power, what would you change? What about Goldspire would you have changed to make it so it could survive the onslaught?
For one, I would have removed a variety of the factions in the political schemes, limited the amount of noble influence that occurred within areas of the kingdom, so that, say, one family had power next to a council of advisors versus a cacophony of noble voices drowning out the common everyday elf. Additionally, I would put a larger emphasis on military training and magical research.
Interesting.
Because as it seems with this...
Now, how would you go about removing these houses from power? Because that can't be an easy task, no?
Well, it depends on the house and the method by which I would remove them. Some would be easier. It would be a matter of gathering them at a banquet, awarding them for some trivial task that they would feel a great deal of gratitude and pride in accomplishing, and once there, I would treat them to a fine meal, a wondrous feast, and at the end of it, I would announce to them that they had served their purpose and that they had done a great service to their country, and then advise them that what they had just consumed was poisoned, and watch as they expired. With others, it would be a lot easier. I would just have to pit another rival faction against them with the promise of an alliance or power later on down the road, and then once the two had battered themselves near to death, I would sweep in with my own forces and rout them both, establishing my own presence in the region with someone who I knew would be easily manipulated. Lastly, with those that were a bit keener opponents, I would work to make them allies, all while keeping a wary eye on my own back, and if they could not be swayed, then I would rally smaller factions in their area against them. No matter how strong one is, when beset on all sides by enemies who outnumber you, strength and might cannot survive alone against overwhelming numbers.
You certainly do know what you're talking about.
I've put a lot of thought into it. I've had a lot of time.
Indeed. I'm afraid that's all the time I have. It's been a pleasure. Lucille, as you say.
She
I
nods
do-
and says to you, "That actually is my name."
Well, that's good. Now, I hope we may meet again one day.
I hope so. And she extends her hand and says, "To a formal meeting. Lucille Everestine."
Genkaiben Vasarat, and I shake the hand.
And she, bids you farewell and continues to drink the brandy as you leave.
Alright. So I head back up to my room.
And Arya, you hear the door open.
Oh my god. What are you up to down there?
I feel like I'm about to collapse. Aria, yes?
Nev, you're wasted, aren't you?
I wouldn't call it that. More just having a bit of some relax and whatnot from all this, what have you.
No, we'll talk another time, I guess.
No.
No. There you go. We're good. It's fine. Go to bed. Rest.
Suit yourself. And I will undress and lie down.
All right. Arya, do you want to do anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Arya herself is upset, but there's not much else I really need to do.
And with that, as the Bath crew enjoys a lovely evening and gets some wonderful relaxation time in, the night begins to roll in, and daylight fades from the town as The moon settles high over the fields of Codlow, and our party has found their first stop on their journey to find Julian and get some true answers.
Boy.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you
Yeah,
all
folks.
so much for tuning in with us tonight. It has been my pleasure to run with this wonderful, wacky group of amazing individuals. As always, I have been Walkmaniac XC. Joining me are my ever-present role players, Zammy, Doc, Josh Kaposh, Colin, and Star. We will see you all in the next video. Good evening.
Unless we go to war with like
Swag!